Michael,
Shawn, and the Takeover legend, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'ma tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Tap in. Ladies and gentlemen, we done made it to a Tuesday. Michael, Shawn, J Black, Shawnee Scott. Listen, man, get on that IG Live. You can rock out with us there. Get on Twitch, get on Facebook, get on YouTube. Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, or download that Media Room 360 and make that pop off. That's all you got to do. Then you can take us every single where, no matter where you at. You got us on Media Room 360. Shout out to Kathy Black, already on here.
Yeah.
Good morning, mama. Hopeless _romantic _ 8006. Good morning. Everybody in the IG Live, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Kelly J, what up, Kelly J?
Kelly J done jumped in the building. Good morning.
Hey, y'all.
Good morning. Good morning. I am Shelly. What is that? Shelly. Shelly Niece. Good morning, fam. Good morning, right back at you. SJ Fades. Good morning, right back at you. Everybody. Oh, Shawnee. We hear it. And he doesn't leave you and he stays with you. He's still
okay. Okay, we hear you, Shawnee.
We got a chick yelling on the show.
There's always somebody yelling on
All right, good morning, Jay Black. How was your night? You know how we start. How was your night?
How was my night? What was my night? What was yesterday? I always do this. What's yesterday?
It was Monday.
It was no football.
There was no football for the first Monday. This first Monday we didn't have any football.
Oh, that sucked.
Yeah, that did.
What did I do? Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I did yesterday. I know it was comfortable. I didn't have any issues, so that's good. No drama.
Oh, you have no issues? Okay.
No drama. No drama is good. No drama is good.
No drama is excellent. Shout out to everybody who's with no drama.
No
if
drama.
You with no drama.
Shelly.
Rodney Perry up early. Why is Rodney Perry up this early?
What is going on?
Rodney Perry, the hilarious comedian, actor
extraordinaire,
and also the host of Box Seats that we do. We do it every day, and you can get the replays on Humor Mill. Why is Rodney Perry up this goddamn early?
Did y'all talk about the overtime rules? I'm sorry, sidebar with NFL, because overtime rules suck for those people who are in the football. Y'all hit on that yesterday?
We did not. Oh,
okay.
Rodney Perry said lots of drama. Rodney, what? Talk to me. Well, text me if you don't want to talk. The NFL overtime rules. Okay. I didn't believe they should be changed. Me and Jay Black had a little debate. For those who don't know, when me and Jay have a debate, it's never like what we're on here. So we had a little talk. He was like, they need to change rules. I said, yeah, but we didn't change rules. And then the conversation was over. Then I started watching stuff, and I was like, damn, maybe they need to change those overtime rules. And the only reason I say they need to change the overtime rules is simply because the NFL is so based and so heavy on offense that if you given all these rules that the defense is basically like, dog, we do the best we can, then you might as well let both teams. And now I have an amendment, Jay Black.
Okay.
I say during the regular season, you keep the rules the same.
Mm-hmm.
But during the playoffs, overtime is a quarter. We're now going to play a full quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever wins that quarter wins. We're going to play a fifth quarter, not during the regular season. Number one, because of the health of the players, playing a whole nother fifth quarter literally is going to add up to them playing games extra if they go into overtime.
Mm-hmm.
But in the playoffs, I think it should be when the official for the Kansas City game said, we start another game. We're starting another game now. He gives the rules. No, we're not starting another game. We're not starting another quarter. Play another quarter and say, we're going to play another quarter.
Okay. And whoever has the most points by the end of that quarter is the winner.
It's real football.
Okay. No, like not like the college where you score.
No. That's corny. That's corny because the defense has no advantage. The defense is already at a disadvantage with the college football thing.
Well, you had a disadvantage with scoring the most points by the end of the quarter too, because
that means you're at That means you're at a disadvantage in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter.
Well, by the fourth quarter, you're more tired.
But you keep bringing up this tired stuff. The
You are.
offensive linemen are tired.
It's much harder to score, to stop somebody from scoring in football than it is to score.
It's much harder for
us playing the Kansas City Bills. That was Madden.
The offensive linemen are going to argue with you and say, do you know what it's like to block these guys when we're passing the ball?
Yeah. So, we don't want to go too football. I just wanted to
Yeah, but we can't bring fatigue into this. Not in professional athletes. We can't bring fatigue. Like fatigue, we can't bring that.
A reality.
But it's not a reality because everybody.
Play a 60-minute game and then you're saying put another 15 minutes on.
Do you understand the defensive players run and the offensive players run?
Ronnie said no. Ronnie disagreed with you. He don't want that overtime rule.
In the playoffs, I want both offensive teams to touch the ball in the playoffs. I want both teams to touch the ball. And all this thing, defense is tired. The wide receivers are running faster than the defensive backs every play because they are faster. So they're tired too. So that fatigue.
It's harder for me to keep up with you and figure out where you're going to go than it is for you to know where you're going, put your energy into your route, or know that ball ain't coming to you.
That doesn't even make no sense.
I just feel like offense has a bigger advantage. Yes, but I get what you're saying. You have 4 quarters to win the game.
So now you got 4 quarters to win the game. You got 5 quarters in the playoffs, not the regular season. Even though I would do it in the regular season, because who doesn't want more football? And when did we, as the viewers, actually give a fuck about what the players feel? These same players are getting CTE, and we're like, yo, keep playing. They added an extra 2 extra teams in the playoffs. We said, keep playing. So let's stop doing the Lil Duval and fake care. We don't care if you're tired. We're giving you a whole quarter. We're giving you a whole quarter to win the game.
So that was just a little football talk for our people that understood where we were going. There's a lot of people that are like, I don't know what they're talking about.
Y'all, Jay Black be underestimating, because Jay Black is saying women don't know what we're talking about. Jay Black, let me tell you something. And Rodney said, I completely disagree. I don't care if you don't completely disagree, Rodney Perry. I'll see you today. He act like he my dad. He was like, I don't care if you completely disagree.
He added it a little extra. It just wasn't, nah, Mike, you bugging. It was, he wanted you to know.
In the NFL playoffs, I do not want Josh Allen. And this happened to the Kansas City Chiefs against the Patriots. It happened to them where Patrick Mahomes never touched the ball in overtime. And now Patrick Mahomes actually got the advantage on there. How many people wanted to see if Josh Allen could reply to the Kansas City Chiefs score? Everybody.
I was looking forward to it.
We all did. Give him the ball. And Mr. Rodney Perry, I completely disagree with you too.
At least Anthony Goodson agreed with you. He said it's a good idea, Mike.
Thank you,
if the game is tied, that means it's harder for both teams or no teams. I like it. Kathy Black said, I'm with you, Mike. I'm with Mike's idea. They get paid enough money to play 6 quarters. See, she going just with the financial. I'm going with the science of the football.
Pussy shit. Oh, they tired. Do you understand what you just said? They tired. That's not analytics. Analytics never says they're tired.
I'm just saying.
Nobody's ever said, yo, don't do this in the NFL because they tired. Nobody tells that the boxers in the 10th round, yo. We should really bring all championship fights.
Imagine you box 12 rounds and they say we're gonna add another 3 rounds on there, another quarter.
Yeah, if it's a draw, I don't believe anybody should be in the ring when it's boxing. I believe when they make the decision, it should only be the 2 fighters. And if it's a draw,
we're gonna do a couple more rounds.
We're gonna do 1 more round.
Oh, let's say 3 more, the best out of 3. Whoever get these.
No, just 1 more. 1 more round. And let me tell you, the best round you will ever see is 2 fighters who know the fight is a draw, and they got 1 more round to fight. Let me tell you what's going to happen in that round. That's going to be and you know what exciting is the NFL playoffs if Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes had another quarter.
Good morning, Afro Queen.
Rodney, we can send you the link. I don't know. You said lots of drama last night. We can send you the link to get on here. Kathy Black. Speaking of football, did y'all see the super halftime trailer? It got me hyped. Look at Kathy. Look at Kathy bringing up good stuff. Yes, Dr. Dre, Eminem, the whole West Coast Snoop Dogg is gonna do the halftime. The greatest rapper of all time will be on there, Eminem, and it's gonna be amazing. This is why they're not gonna move. They're not gonna move the Super Bowl. I don't care if COVID turns into COVID 36. They're not gonna move it out of LA. The whole reason this halftime situation was done, number one, because these artists are worldwide known and loved, but these artists are
Amir
from.
said, "Boo!" I think he's talking about you and your Super Bowl stuff. I mean the overtime rules. But go ahead.
A-Rock Silly is the best dude in the entire world. And I want to tell you, I completely boo back at
I
you.
don't know. He's
Right
booing
back.
you for something.
That's the homie. All those dudes. If you haven't seen us, you got to check out Box Seats. Kathy. Yes, sir. I was dancing to the trailer. The halftime show is going to be amazing. That's going to be dope. It's going to be in LA. It's not going to change anything. And they're not going to move it to Dallas Stadium, AT&T Stadium in Dallas, even though they would, because that's the backup plan. Stacey Mitchell, what's Patrick's girlfriend spraying champagne on the people below her? Patrick's girlfriend. Yeah. Look at Stacey. There you go, Stacey.
Wait, where was she spraying at? She couldn't have been doing that in the stadium. She ain't having.
She was in the suites.
Out there with the champagne.
Because you know the windows open up. Yeah. Buzzing it off. Oh, pause. Buzzing it off. Pause.
Good morning, DJ Slow Your Roll.
Good morning, big dog.
Good morning.
We might have Rodney Perry on. I think Rodney Perry want to argue. Good morning, Kings. Good morning, A-Rock Sealy. He's got some good insight too. I got some basketball.
You said CTE, and I thought about the football player that was wilding out. That was
Antonio
in the news.
Brown.
No, the one that was in the news. He got naked and started walking in the street.
Antonio Brown.
No, it wasn't Antonio Brown. It was some big dude. He played, no,
he was in Antonio Brown got naked at the stadium.
No, this dude legit. They said it might have been CT. I got to follow up on that.
Hold on, let me tell y'all something right now. I want
Did y'all send Rodney the link?
Did I send? No, I didn't send Rodney. I got to get off IG.
No, because Jay Black wants you to do everything.
I'll send it.
Jay Black said do everything.
No.
DJ Black, he
She got a good hair on today. I like that.
Oh, wait. That's a whole segment. That's a whole segment. Wait right now. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. And let me take this smile off because I'm just in a good mood, even though I'm frustrated as fuck.
Okay.
I'm gonna have y'all pay attention to listening to Antonio Brown talk. He sounds like a punch drunk fighter. And I'm telling y'all to pay attention to Antonio and his slur in every interview. I actually researched interviews yesterday because that's how bored I am.
Research interviews.
I'm telling you right now, Antonio Brown, I'm not saying he doesn't have his faculties. He does. You look at boxers getting interviewed, and Antonio Brown has the same thing when he's talking. It's this lazy slur thing that goes on. I'm just telling y'all, I love football. And listen, Will Smith tried to fight CTE and all that stuff. We tried, and nobody cared. And Players Union didn't care. They actually added a game to the season. So when they added a game to the season, that's when I said, okay, I'm done. I'm done trying to worry about y'all. I'm done trying to worry about the fact that we went through a season where I think 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, a bunch of NFL players retired under the age of 29 because they weren't playing with it. Patrick Willis, Andrew Luck, a few other guys just retired and said, I'm good. So I'm just going to put that out there so it can be documented on YouTube when I tell you. I think Antonio Brown has taken a few hits, and he took a legendary hit from a Cincinnati Bengal linebacker. He took a hit, and I forget his name, that was legendarily vicious. And the dude got in trouble for it. That's all I'm saying. Now, we will find out after that long extended, how was your night, Jay Black, to Shawnee Scott, but she's still looking at laptops. She's still looking at
uploading clips. And
she's uploading stuff. I don't know if she's ready to talk. I don't know. She always trying to get some of these young boys. She got her hair done. She got you deserve a 27-year-old, Shawnee. You deserve a 27-year-old. You do.
27.
Like 27 going. No, how about 28? No, 29. You deserve somebody. You deserve somebody with that energy. That energy. But she's still working.
No, that is too young.
Not too young. It is not.
That is completely too young.
That is not
No,
too young.
that
No,
is
it's
too
not.
young. No.
Get out the think out the
Yeah,
box.
maybe for
Go out the
you.
box.
No, I don't
Think
want to
out
think
the box.
outside the box.
Why? Because
I
he's
don't
gonna
want
be
to think
happy.
outside the
He's
box.
gonna be. He's not gonna be jaded by life with 30-year-olds who are jaded by life and how bad. He still has inspiration. He thinks the world is still good. You don't want that energy in your life.
No, because I got to raise him. I got to.
You ain't gotta raise him.
I can
was
have
grown.
babies.
Let me tell you something.
What's the youngest you dated, Shawnee? How many years younger?
They're usually older.
Oh, they usually. Oh, you go with the older.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, them old jaded motherfuckers. She be with them crusty
somebody
dudes.
my age or somebody my age.
I'm not gonna ask you your age, but 29 years old, he is already prime. He's in his prime.
No, he's not. That's
he's
still a baby. My
That's not a baby.
son, my stepson is 28.
Don't judge everybody on your stepson. The way you look at your stepson doesn't even come close to what a 29-year-old.
I'm not interested.
You need that cardio.
I'm not interested. Thank you, but no thank you.
No, you need cardio. He's gonna give you. How was your night last night with no cardio?
Well, there was cardio. It was.
Let's go. Tell us, please.
So the girls had track practice and they had basketball practice.
That was no cardio for you. That was no cardio for you. That was no cardio.
I had to drive. I had to do all the driving.
Still, first of all, black people call driving cardio. I'm gonna fuck you up. He said I was doing cardio. I drove.
Yeah, I had to do all the driving.
I don't know how much.
Shut up, Jay.
Why you always come at me lately?
Because you be coming at me.
Come at everybody. What? I'm gonna eat my.
Yeah, go eat your bacon.
You need that 20-year-old. You need that cardio.
No,
girl.
I do not.
No, yes, you do.
Nope, I'm good.
But your body feel totally different.
No.
So how was the rest? So you went to the track, took the girls to track, basketball, and what happened? Nothing.
Well,
it was good.
So they're on 2 track teams, 2 basketball teams right now. So they had 3 practices yesterday. Track practice at school, basketball practice at school, track practice at school, and then I had to take them to their other team.
Damn.
Yeah. It's crazy right now.
You raising an Olympic team over there. So what made you get the sexy hair today? You got the sexy hair.
Well, actually, after the show, I put it on. I took the other one off and put this one on, and I was like, I think I'll wear this today instead of my regular hair.
I like it. You got my stamp of approval. I like straight hair. I like it.
Yeah, because that's why
I'm still too dark though.
God damn, that is so disrespectful.
We gotta stop that bad myth. That
we like the straight hair, but I'm still too dark.
I'm not a colorist. Just because I end up dating light-skinned individuals does not make anything wrong with that. So let's
it ain't
stop
about
with
you dating them. It's
skin.
about what you say about us dark women.
I don't say anything negative about dark-skinned individuals. I'm dark-skinned. Why would I say something about me?
Hey, Jay Black, just in case, I'm not saying I disagree with you, but your hoodie, I wanted to tell you, boundaries matter. Respect them.
Respect them. I'm trying to respect people's boundaries.
Jay got something against dark-skinned women.
I do not.
I mean, you can be dark and not want a dark woman. There's plenty of men that's black as tires and got lily white women.
Black as tires. See, that could be shady. That's a shady.
I mean, I would like to pile on Jay. Like y'all know, I would love to pile on. I honestly don't agree with that narrative, but I know Sexy Mo has spread that. Like I get it.
Yeah,
like,
Mo has spread it heavy. Got people thinking
Sexy Mo is the one who spread this
against
narrative,
dark-skinned people.
and but I've never seen that.
Damn.
I have on here because Jay. Okay, like when Jay got all them pictures and he was doing the thing. Which one would you go out?
Oh, real quick, and you got to pick one end of the night, the hotel. Mm-hmm.
And so he got all the light-skinned women, and then to be funny, he put 2 dark-skinned women at the end.
No, I'm just putting different females up, and you got to compare and pick.
So why you put the 2 dark ones together like that?
I could have put a dark and a light. I could have. I wasn't thinking that. See, that's the way your twisted mind is thinking.
No, you didn't do that.
Some of those real quicks were legit.
Who was being funny on that last one? On that very last one, that was the joke.
Viola Davis and Cheryl Underwood. You had to pick.
You was being funny.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you just said it. Yeah.
No, I was just putting different people together.
I don't think it was color. I think he was actually just being very disrespectful to his opinion of who's ugly and who's pretty.
Absolutely.
But we can get some. I mean, but he could have got some ugly light skinned girls too. Like in his opinion, not my opinion. In his opinion,
who's ugly and light skinned? Give me some ugly light skinned people.
I got a bunch.
Yeah, let's see what Mike said.
Wait a minute, what you trying to say? Talking about yeah, like it ain't no ugly light skinned people.
I didn't see.
I see him every day. I mean, I see ugly people every day. You're not gonna get me into this basing everything on, and I see ugly people based on my opinion.
I gotta be careful
because the ugly people that I see is based on what I like. So it might not be right. I might not be right. Somebody else might think they're attractive. Somebody might.
If they dark, we know Jay don't think that.
Jeez, it's too early for this. It's too early.
She coming in hot. She came in hot first thing this morning.
Too early for this, Shawnee Scott. I might not let you in the club. Might not let you in the club because you coming in.
So
is it bad? You know what?
We got a lot of stuff to talk about.
We got Nice with it coming on here. Phenomenal, viral spoken word. And she's got the what's the joint that she has? What's the catchphrase to it? I'm the
mad when he get a real one.
When he the real one. The real one. And people have taken that and run with it. And women are literally, I'm the real. And when he get a real one, I like it.
Okay.
I like it too. I liked it when I first heard it because I'm a real one.
I like it. I like it. But I can see the opposing view on this.
What's opposing view?
Nothing. I just think she what, Jay?
No, I'm sorry. The comments, Kelly J and Tam. I don't know. I thought they were on my side. They still want to. I'm trying to move on from this light skin, dark skin thing, and they don't want to leave it alone. I'm sorry. We're moving on though. We're talking about
no. But okay. So NyceWitIt is going to be there, and then we got Cardi B winning the case. Skin. We got Cardi B. She's light skinned. Yes.
What you trying to say?
No, what you trying to say, Shawnee? What are you trying to say?
I mean, Jay, she light skinned and
she pretty.
Light skin. What that got to do with anything? What does the skin color have to do with anything?
Okay, you know what? Since y'all won't let me get into this, then we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this because y'all don't want me. I was gonna. Okay, let's go. We gonna play. If you ever
I want to play because this has look like I'm some
this has nothing to do with Jay Black.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a preference on what the skin tone of the person that you're attracted to, does that make you a colorist? Jay Black needs
DJ, slow your roll. Now put that comment back up there.
I need to become a mumble rapper.
Yeah,
because I get flustered sometimes when they try to put labels on me.
All y'all making comments. Y'all sound like Nino Brown from New Jack City. I want all y'all to be bold because it's easy to be like, oh, you're a colorist. All right. Mm-hmm. What's your preference? Because if I prefer brown skinned women, which I just happen to have been with brown skinned women in my life, right? Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean I don't like light skinned women at all, because I'd have knocked them down too. Listen, but simply because I have a preference, that makes you a colorist. So this is what I want you to do. I don't want you to answer that question. I want y'all to see if y'all bold enough on IG Live and bold enough up here to tell us what you like.
What you like?
What you like? You like skinny chicks? Or you like thick chicks, or you might like bigger than thick chicks. Does that make you anti-skinny chicks?
Stacey,
all right, Stacey.
The first emoji. What's the first
Stacey,
emoji?
what is your preference? I want to know what you like. I need to know the color of the person. I need to know the height. I prefer a black man, no matter the color shade. So then you're anti-white.
I absolutely am.
Bam. So let's go. So don't kill Jay Black because he might have a preference, and I'm telling you he doesn't.
It's not about the preference. That ain't it. No, Jay
stick
Black,
the
no,
topic.
he was
Stick to
being.
where Mike is going. Stop
No,
trying to
What you don't
personalize
like,
this.
what you don't like, Shawnee, what you don't like, and it's untrue what you're thinking. It really is untrue. But what you don't like, it's okay to say you're anti-white. But Jay can't say I'm not anti. I feel like they should be treated different. But I don't think they're cute. And you get mad over that when it comes to you. But you was quick to say you was anti-white.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so what's the difference?
I mean, I ain't got nothing against them. It's just I ain't never wanted to date no white man.
So once again, I believe Jay Black is not
She said
anti-brown skin. But if Jay Black's saying the same thing, what we mad about? Come on, y'all. Tell me your preference. Tell me your preference.
What's your
Afro
preference,
Queen.
Jay?
No, we're talking about the listeners.
What's your? I'm asking you though. I'm asking
you.
you.
You want me to just say my serious relationships happen to be with light skin or mixed.
Wasn't your
individuals.
ex-wife brown?
Nah, my ex, she
hell.
was super light.
She was super light. Oh, I did.
And then the last one, she was half white and black, and then now my current one is really just a coincidence. But
Afro Queen. The question is, where does your preference come from? And no, I do not have a preference. Just black. Then you have a preference. Do y'all understand? If y'all say just black, y'all have a preference.
just black. That's
what
a preference.
school did y'all go to? I don't have a preference. Just black. Like it don't matter what type of meat I eat. Just chicken. Pause. Y'all get it? I like my man. Here it goes. Skinny, thick, but not too fat. As long as his penis stick out more than his stomach, we good. Okay. Let me read that again. This is what Kelly J said. This is why y'all need to download Media Room 360. See us on YouTube. Kelly J said, this is why I be worried about our ladies. I like my man skinny, thick. There's no skinny thick. It's an oxymoron. You can't be skinny and thick. Let's break this comment down. You can't be skinny and thick. Now, this is where the comment goes even more wrong, but not too fat. First of all, there's no fat if it's skinny and thick. Where did fat come in? As long as the penis stick out more than his stomach. If he's skinny thick, if his penis don't stick out past his stomach and he's only skinny thick, you're going to jail because you're fucking a ninth grader. Okay, that's what you're going to jail. So what are we doing? It's too early for this.
Black is beautiful.
Yes, God bless. But put that back up. Don't see.
Thank you. Yeah, leave that there.
DJ slow roll. DJ slow roll. DJ slow roll. We love you for this. But this is the most cowardly comment ever. What is your preference?
Black is beautiful.
Black is beautiful. Yeah. It could be dark black, light black, brown black, light skin black, super light skin black. It could be anything. No, put him back on it.
Okay,
I want DJ slow roll.
I get to the other comment.
You are just trying to accommodate everybody. We need to know what your type is, DJ Slow Your Roll. DJ, we will take when you slowly give us your comment. Tell us
it. Black is beautiful.
No. Black is everything.
Period.
There are tons of shades of black. We want to know your shade, homie. Dark black?
He might like all black.
No, we need to know yours. Everybody got a preference. DJ Slow.
I don't have a preference. Just black.
Yeah,
black.
what black? Because your
black.
Your ex-husband, I think, was brown.
No, he's a black man. I'm just a black.
No,
person.
We need the shade. You brought up the shades. You can't just say black because you're killing Jay Black for having shade.
But I don't do that. I don't be like, oh, he yellow. Oh, he black. It don't matter.
All right, Johnny. Whatever. Anthony D. Goodson.
As long as he ain't white.
Exactly. What you like / prefer and what you discriminate against is two different things. I like thick chicks, but making good would make the cut. But you like thick chicks. Okay. Point being is just because you like thick chicks. Jay's married, so I can't even say what I want to say. Listen, okay, if he was single, Jay Black would not turn down a badass brown chick to smash out.
To smash out.
Lady
to
Q,
smash out.
Allegedly.
Making good would make the cut. Listen to the book. Put that bullshit back up. Let me break down Anthony Goodson's bullshit. He said discrimination is two different things. I like thick chicks. He said, but making good would make the cut. Who the fuck are you to put making good on making the cut? I'm just being Shawnee. Oh, so making good just made the cut? Is that what you're saying? Making good just made the cut.
She just
Anthony D. Goodson. You talking one of the most beautiful women in Hollywood just made the cut. Why? Because you like thick chicks so much. Somebody who happens not to be a thick chick just made the cut. Your response, Anthony, is on you. I like tall, brown, thick women. Also, you don't like short women. That's what
you say
you're
for
saying.
Everybody, Shawty, see?
If a chick is 5'5", Mark, you too good for a 5'5", bitch.
You don't like them short?
You don't like them compact and lovely.
Oh, God.
Go get your WNBA chicks.
Yeah, well, he
Here
got
go
her.
Kathy. Now everybody want to. Oh yeah. Now open up on what your preference is. I like dark to mocha skin. That mocha skin makes me laugh. Men, but have dated a few light skinned men. Look at that. But have dated, as if you made an exception.
Yeah.
You made an exception.
I squeezed him in.
I dated a Michael Shawn in my life, but you know, every once in a while, I never dated out my race. Jacqueline, I don't have any preferences but prefer black men. So you have a preference. Do you people, did y'all not have any? What did y'all score in the SAT?
Don't nobody remember that.
You said I don't have a preference, but I prefer black. The word prefer black men means you have a preference. I am a fucking, I'm a professor right now. I have to school y'all. Listen to the only class in high school that I was exceptional at was English. I know y'all don't believe that, but that was the only class that they had me stuttering Macbeth and all that other stuff, and I didn't want to do it. Listen to your sentence. I don't have a preference, but prefer. Prefer is telling you you have a preference.
Doctor.
Do y'all help your kids with homework? I don't have a preference, but I prefer. You contradicted yourself with you put but in the middle of your contradiction.
But she said all black men. She doesn't have a preference on the shade range.
Honey, don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself.
Don't do it to yourself. People don't have a
you can't say I don't have a preference, but prefer. Do you see the word preference and prefer? Yeah. Preference and prefer. Let's do it again. Preference and prefer.
You can't have preference without prefer.
We love you, Jack. We love you.
We rock with you.
We adore you.
Yeah, facts.
But stay away from your kids' homework when it comes to English. Stay away. And your words are perfect. I'm just saying the usage. Here goes. I don't have a preference. It used to be like, oh my God.
So you had a.
She said she have means presently.
Have, like currently.
Currently she doesn't have one.
I don't have a preference, but it used to be light skin, which means you used to have a preference. Back in my day, I do any shapes, color, sex. I'm giving everyone a chance. All right, so you did have a preference. You're not giving everyone a chance. And stop saying all shapes. See, y'all don't want to tell the truth. Y'all not get. See, this is the problem. Y'all don't want to really say what you like because you know the narrative right now is if you say what you like, then you're either a colorist, a shapist, a hairist.
Like Tam Tam. She's a heightist.
A heightist?
She said she only want to date tall men. So
a fat asses? I prefer black men, tall, but I will date outside my. What the fuck is going on? How did you get outside your? Oh, so you'll date.
She's open to it. Yeah.
You'll date tall white men or short white men or tall Hispanic men.
No, she won't date anybody short. She want they have to be tall.
Tall.
Oh, I prefer black men tall, but I will date outside. So you'll date short any race, but if you get a tall guy, you gotta be black.
She mustn't.
What the fuck is that? What is that?
No, she not.
Good morning, Mo.
What the DJ
John laughing.
say?
I'm a fan of what's on the inside.
Absolutely. I'm a fan of what's on inside too.
DJ.
He ain't talking about that
roll,
inside.
DJ.
He ain't talking about that
Yes,
inside.
He talking about them vagina walls.
Y'all just mad.
DJ Slow Roll finally got real. He finally got real. He finally got real. Slow your roll in that vagina. Yeah. Yeah, there's only deep and not deep vaginas. That's all it is.
Good morning, Mo. Sexy Mo. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mo.
morning.
We're talking about
Good
Shawnee trying to
morning,
put Jay
Mo.
Black on the spot. And I said, we all got preferences.
Yeah, they trying to jump on me this morning because Jay don't like dark skinned women.
Well,
Mo,
I see no
don't.
lies.
Thank you.
He likes them, but not just to date. He doesn't like them to date.
But does that make it a problem? If
Have you
that's
even
your-
ever smashed or knocked off a chocolate?
Jeez, really? That's what we're
Chocolate
gonna do when
pudding?
you
Mo coming in.
really?
I'm just saying.
Whoa.
I'm
You can
coming
ask me that. You can ask me that question. But
Oh.
Suge Knight, Lady Q is on the other side of
Oh
that
yeah,
door.
I forgot.
And you really want to answer that? I don't want to answer that question.
Well, I have faith. I know
Suge
Lady
Knight.
Q knows that, Jay Black didn't come to her as, the virgin Mary. He didn't, so I
He don't act like him.
just
I'm
curious.
I'm
Yeah,
not-
she's not like him at all.
No, she is like him a lot.
Hey, Stephanie.
Oh, what Stephanie got this long ass 2-sentence part? I just need to know the difference between thick and fat. You know what? That's a good question.
A cheeseburger.
I'll tell you, under their arms. No, I'm playing. My BF likes me thicker. Okay. I mean, okay, I can power down some Big Macs, but does that make me a thick? Well,
Oh no, Stephanie. Stephanie, no, you're fine. Stephanie.
yeah,
I think you met Stephanie. She works at Town Square Media in Tyler. White girl.
yeah, the thickness
Yeah,
is
no,
all.
Stephanie, you got it going on, girl. You good. You just eat whatever. No, Stephanie has a really cute shape.
Oh wait, don't eat whatever because things could go bad. But thick and don't eat whatever because trust me, there was some times I ate whatever. Yeah, I ate whatever, and it wasn't cute. It wasn't cute when I
But
ate whatever.
Shay Black has a size preference too, right? No, I'm asking. I mean, we all have preferences.
Who
We
don't
talk
have a
about
size?
our
Who don't-
preferences.
Wait, Jay. Before you answer that, Mo, you ain't got a penis size preference?
I
We're
think
not
everyone-
talking about that though.
Oh no. Yes, we are. Oh yes, size is size.
size
Y'all not
size
doing- yeah, size is size.
size is size, but sometimes you might have one that could knock out the front, and he may not
Everyone's-
do
Yeah.
repairs in the back.
Yeah, and every
Doesn't
once
mean
in
that he's not a good construction worker.
and every once in a while, that means you make an exception every once in a while.
Hmm.
But your preference is some big meat in the vagina walls, banging it out, walls falling down.
I think every woman has a height requirement. It's like an amusement park. You got to be this tall to ride this ride. Like, I mean, sometimes
And that don't
sometimes
make
you got to have minimum requirements.
and that don't make you a bad person.
No, well, I
make
didn't
you
say
a-
Jay Black was a bad
No,
person.
you said he was a colorist. Well, Shawnee called him a
Consistent.
colorist.
Well, when it
Hey, he
comes
was a
to
bad
when
person.
it,
Both of them do that.
when it
Colorist.
comes to color, Jay Black does have a strong preference. He does not like. There's a difference when you say I prefer, and then
Look at how
over
he's looking,
I
though.
don't mess with. So of course I would prefer something a little more girthy. But if there's a difference between preference and I just won't mess with you at all.
Yeah, but he never said he doesn't just mess with them at all.
He doesn't have to
Never,
say it.
Ever
He
once.
his
You don't
actions.
have to say it.
I can't.
he doesn't have to say it. He's
I
not
can't
going
bring
to
up.
say
I'm
that.
not gonna bring up facts. I'm not gonna bring up facts. All right, Shawnee said,
As
"I
long as
good."
you, Mike knows, I'm good.
Yeah, Stephanie got it going on. Stephanie's
No,
cute.
Stephanie, don't allow that between
No,
the difference
Stephanie
between.
has a little Coke bottle shape. Stephanie
Yeah.
looks good. Yeah,
Yeah,
Stephanie looks-
but-
I think you met Stephanie.
where was she working?
She was in the studio. You were down there, and I think you met Stephanie.
Oh, Stephanie, stop. You're
Got
fine.
long hair.
Oh, Stephanie,
Yeah.
I'm not being disrespectful, but you could have got it, Steph. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm not saying you were looking at me, but I think you were. But listen, if that's the same Stephanie I saw, Stephanie,
Yeah,
you better
Stephanie
not.
is
You better
cute,
not
yeah.
doubt yourself at all. You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
And I hate that is a good topic. We won't do it today.
Good morning,
The
Tina.
thing where thick becomes fat, and it all depends on the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, because she not
Some-
fat. She got a nice shape. No.
Oh, here go Kathy. Damn, Mike, you man got to give us something we can feel, not that tiny shit. Y'all act like all your vaginas are quality. There's some recall vaginas out here right
He
now.
said some
There
recall.
are recall vaginas that need to be sent back to their mother's womb and start all over again.
What's a recall vagina?
Recall
Explain.
vagina.
What does that feel like? Does it malfunction?
Sawdust. Just bad. Just it doesn't feel the same. I wish
So
I
when
was a
you in
scientist.
it, what do you do? When you're in
I
it,
keep going and keep telling myself, why was I here? Why am I here? Why am I here?
Wow.
Why am I here? Some women have natural vagina juices that are amazing, and I want to clap it up for y'all. Some of y'all are y'all feel like the stream. Y'all feel like the stream that the Fiji water claims they got their water from. Like, you ever read the back of the Fiji water?
I get mine delivered by the cases. Yeah.
Some of y'all vaginas in this world should have that same. Y'all should have a tattoo on your inner thigh because that's where your vagina moisture came from stream. Some of y'all like. I love when women just be like, "Oh, these dicks be whack." Do you know how many vaginas like people have looked at the headboard and just kept going and be like, "Yep."
Really? That happens? Really?
What? You know how many people? You know how many people have been? And obviously the two ladies. I'm not talking to y'all. Y'all vaginas listening right now. Do you know how many men, when you moaned, you interrupt the person that they were thinking about and they got pissed off because you interrupted their
wow.
Really?
You were like, oh, you're like, this bitch making noise again. Oh,
and you're
now I
speaking
gotta
to the recall.
The recall vagina.
What did he call
Okay.
it? Sawdust? What did you say?
The sawdust vaginas. The vaginas that just either I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I know guys have recall penises all over the world. And maybe sometimes the chemistry just doesn't work. Maybe the sexual chemistry doesn't work. Maybe it's just bad situation. Because sexual chemistry is just important. Some people just have chemistry and some people don't.
Yes, Jeanette,
Yeah.
there are some things that I know that we need to ask men. God, can you come get this one? Yeah. Jeanette said there's some penis that need to be recalled too.
And Mo, all this came from all I gave was Shawnee a compliment and said I like to hear. But then that's all I said. But I ain't dark enough. What?
No, I ain't light enough. She said I ain't light enough.
Well,
that's a true woman. That's a true woman for your ass. You give him a compliment in the kitchen. You give him a compliment in the kitchen, girl. Your hair look good.
Now, I don't know if I should give a compliment or not. Like, should I just be quiet and I don't give a compliment?
Don't compliment smoke
Jay. I mean, Jay. I mean, there's no lies told here, and it's okay. You know that's your box. It's okay. Embrace it.
Whatever your preferences. Mo has preferences, but she ain't gonna say them.
Yeah, Mo has absolutely.
She got. She a
so if you look at my track record, I'm technically all over the place.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm all over the place. None of my exes look alike. None of them look alike.
Well, show me a picture of your new one, and then I'll be the judge of that.
Oh, we haven't even met the new guy yet. We don't even know what he looks like.
Witness protection. This motherfucker's protected by the feds.
Sometimes
we'll never meet him.
You don't put your warm apple pie in the window.
We'll meet him when I'm telling you, their second anniversary. Watch. We'll be like, oh, he's
celebrating. Oh no, you'll meet him before the wedding.
What did Kathy say that she's agreeing with?
Live life said an out of order penis.
Wait a minute.
Look at the ceiling. I can't wait for 3 minutes to be over. So, and you are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. You're 1,000. You're 1,000. And I'm not talking about you, Kathy. I'm not talking about you, Kathy. This has nothing to do about you. Sometimes the 3 minutes happen simply because people trying to get out of there.
What's that to say about you?
Not Kathy. This has nothing to do with you. Sometimes it's 3 minutes because the vagina has got the Fiji water in the vagina. The Fiji water is unstoppable.
Well, then they should be prepared.
I mean, they should.
Like, y'all don't do pre-gaming before y'all, if you know that you about to go to Fiji Island, you don't do like some pre-gaming to make sure that, you give an award-winning performance?
No, I'm not, because I wasn't. Half the time, you're not expecting to smash. Half the time, look. I've been gifted with getting surprise vagina in my life. Like, I've been listen. My whole life, I've been getting by mistake pussy.
Surprise.
I've been getting this by mistake pussy. It's amazing. I mean vagina. I'm sorry. I've been getting this by. Look, I just happened to be at the bar. That's all. I was just sitting there. Like, I'm tired. Like, that's why, man. Listen, y'all was picking me up. God damn it. I was a victim in most of these cases. I didn't know that.
A victim.
I didn't know you had that Fiji water in your vagina. You just met me at the damn bar. I was having double shots.
You just sitting there minding your business.
I was minding my business. Who knew your man? You just found out your man cheated on you. I didn't know that. I didn't know you wanted to take that.
Speaking of cheating, you on that fun vibe. Wasn't it a clip that we just heard about somebody saying it's okay to cheat or we should cheat?
Yes.
Yeah, I got it. Let's check.
Oh boy.
I believe women should cheat on their boyfriend or their partner before they get married. You cheat on him because you need to know, sis. You need to know if this man really loves you. If you cheat on him and he doesn't leave you and he stays with you, he still wanna be with you, he still wanna build with you, he still want you to have his kids, he still wanna pay your rent, you got yourself a winner. Because you need to know if this man is loyal. Is he gonna stand behind you for better or for worse? You need to know these things.
Okay.
She just drank, Mama. Just drank her protein.
So, okay, I'll put him in the door. I gotta go.
That gotta be.
I gotta go.
That gotta be. She said, for those who don't know on IG Live, I think I don't know. Should I say she's African? She's African, right?
She's something. She might be Jamaican or something.
Cultural.
She's like she's from the island. Yeah.
She's from somewhere. And she said, you should cheat on your man. You should cheat on your man because if you
She
cheat on your man,
sounds like she's from a continent. I don't think she's from the islands.
and she was like, if you cheat on your man, and then if he breaks up with you, he was not the one. But if you cheat on your man and he forgives you, he stays with you, and you work it out, then he's the one.
And he still want to have kids with you. He still want built with you. Mm-hmm. She said, built with you.
You ain't got a man.
Built with you.
You ain't got a man.
Well, what you call that? So, what's wrong with the man forgiving the woman like the women forgive the men?
Because we forgive y'all trifling asses all the time.
And guess what? Whose decision that was? Wasn't ours.
If it's a man out there like that, why are you calling him not a man?
I'm saying what you ain't got. When the man finds out that it was a test, when a man finds out that you literally cheated on him on purpose to see if it was a test, and he stays with you, that's not a man. Matter of fact, that's not a person with any type of self-respect or confidence. Let's take the man out of it. Oh, y'all got me in here today.
Play it again. I want to really listen because I mean, there was a certain part I was like, wait, does she have some truth? Play it again for me, Shawn. I'm sorry.
I believe women should cheat on their boyfriend or their partner before they get married. You cheat on him because you need to know, sis. You need to know if this man really loves you. If you cheat on him and he doesn't leave you and he stays with you, he still want to be with you, he still want to build with you, he still want you to have his kids, he still want to pay your rent, you got yourself a winner. Because you need to know if this man is loyal. Is he going to stand behind you for better or for worse? You need to know these things.
Men have made this. Men created that bitch right there. Men created that bitch right there. She said you need to cheat on him before
you get married.
Before you get married. So you're going to do a contradiction to find out if that man, see what that girl right there is wounded.
Yeah.
She's wounded.
She's
and that young lady really think that what she's saying makes sense. You need to cheat on him to find out if he loves you. Let me repeat that, y'all. She said, you need to cheat on him to find out if he loves you. Once again, the biggest oxymoron. The relationship you saw your mother and your father have brought you to here. You need to cheat on somebody to find if they love you. Sweetie.
That's dumb.
Somebody get a therapist. Somebody call a therapist.
I get what she was trying to go with, finding somebody that's loyal, and I get
You can't find out
I
if
don't think
somebody's
it's about loyalty though.
and
you can't
riding
find out if somebody's loyal by being disloyal.
But-
Right.
I mean, but my thing is,
you're gonna have a sucker. You actually want to run over him.
Because
Actually,
she cheated. The men cheat and women stay all the time.
And how's that worked out, Shawnee?
I mean, I don't know. I don't cheat, so I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do what she said. But it's just like, why we all up in arms?
She's Haitian.
We up in arms because she said, in order for you to prove your love to me, I have to cheat on you to see if your self-esteem is so low that you'll be like, oh my God, I'm staying with you.
TP says she's Haitian. That's Danny Deuces, and she talks like that all the time. That's the way she always talks about men.
Okay.
She is young, and that's the problem with Instagram, and that's the problem with social media. There are tons of men listening to Kevin Samuels and tons of women listening to this chick. Fuck the honorable.
Yeah, I will never. I will never.
I just say that because
I got guys at the barbershop literally thinking that this con artist, what he is a con artist. All he does is find angles. The same reason, the same way we do shows is what he's doing. It's
very manipulative
to set shit off. But this lady said, in order to find out if your man loves you, cheat on him.
You got
absolutely, Amir.
You got to win if he sticks around.
Yeah. So if he stay, you saying he a punk?
I'm saying if he realizes that this woman is doing this to test his love, you have no self-esteem. If you stay, you don't test my loyalty by being disloyal to me.
So your
and
ego
men
hurt.
who do it, no. You messed up the values of the relationship. You screwed up all the relationship. If a woman leaves a man cheating once, we had this debate last week with Jay Black. If you leave me when I cheated once, I can't be mad. You were right. You were absolutely right to bounce.
It's a gift. Forgiveness is a gift. And I think that we just trample all over it, men and women.
Yep.
You know, men and
so
women.
So he couldn't forgive her for being, for, trying to set him up. Because, in a marriage, stuff happens.
Shawnee, let me ask you something. This is hypothetically, and y'all can put all the comments and be like, woo, woo, woo. We together, right? And you found out I cheated, right? You found out I absolutely smashed the spinal cord off this bitch. And then you say, and you're like, Mike, you really did that. And I tell you to your face, I just wanted to see how loyal you were going to be to me after I cheated. How fast would you grab the gun or the knife? I just want to know, like, how fast would it be?
How fast? Or the gasoline in her case?
Or the gasoline? Like, how fast would it be?
And you were honest. Remember, my whole thing is just be honest with me. So
okay. So I said, I just want to see if you were going to stay with me. That's all I want to say. I want to see. So what would you say?
Okay. I'll have dinner ready in 10 minutes.
To do what?
Have dinner ready in 10 minutes.
Dinner ready.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we about to eat.
All right. Yeah, Shawnee poisoning somebody right now. That's all.
That's all. Dinner ready.
What you want to eat tonight?
Let me find out you a kitchen witch.
I would.
I just ate it. I was eating. I
wouldn't eat any of your food. I wouldn't eat.
I grabbed something on the way home already.
I wouldn't eat your food. I wouldn't eat you because you might have poisoned that. I wouldn't eat anything. I wouldn't eat you. I'm like, nah.
You did something down there.
But
you might have put something right there.
Chick, but you want me to stay, and we can't just go back to being normal. You want to go back to being normal, right? You apologize, so let's go back to being normal.
There you go. Let it out, Shawn.
This is what we normally do. We normally sit down and eat dinner at 7:30. It's 7:20.
Exactly. Let the crazy come out. Yeah. Let it out. Let it out.
I got you.
I know.
It's Wednesday. Wednesday.
Because you know for a fact, y'all ain't playing them dumbass games. And that little girl and let me tell you about the little girl right there. Everybody's following her. She trying to give advice with the titties all out. Yes. She's trying to get her hair all done and trying to get people to listen to her uncommon sense. But this is the scary part about social media. Everybody got a platform to spread this nonsense. Right. There's no adult supervision. That girl looks like she's 18 or 19. She don't know shit about shit.
Older. I think she probably a little older.
You look older than 18 or 19.
She's attention seeking, number one, with what she got on in the message, right?
Yes.
She oiled up the boobs. That's number one.
Did she have
And
on booty shorts too?
I couldn't see the bottom. I just the top.
You said it was oiled up.
The boobs was oiled up. All she had was
up.
the areolas cover. If you look at it, she had just enough.
You coming into the club,
cover up
Sure. Coming to the club. Like what?
Oh,
What do you mean?
you know that
Sure. Like we all in the club.
I mean,
you gonna yell from outside?
No.
You gonna yell your opinion from outside
on IG so people on IG can hear for those.
Everybody, we just want Sexy Mo to join in IG.
Oh,
hey, another one bites.
And another one bites.
Mark said, "Does that work both ways too, Mike? So we can cheat on the women to see if they stick around and then know if they loyal."
People, listen. I think Mo said the key word. If you forgive somebody, forgiving somebody is a gift. If you are forgiven by somebody, you better really thank them for forgiving you. Ain't no people. The rules are this: if you find out somebody cheated on you and you leave, you know what that is? Common fucking sense.
Well, not always. Not always.
No. There's no.
There's relationships that people have cheated and they stuck around and gave that person another chance, or they got another chance and it worked.
What I said was, if the person leaves, that's common fucking sense. If the person stays and forgives you, that is a gift. That's
grace.
But say if you played a part in them cheating.
No. You did not play. I don't care what you did at the house. You did not place my dick in a vagina, and you didn't place another dick in my girl's vagina.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to blame shift. Cheating is a choice.
Leave.
You chose. chose.
And if everything's bad at the house, miss, and you're really upset with me, and I'm treating you bad, and you're like, oh, Michael Shawn don't pay no attention to me, then leave. Then be a grown ass adult and say, and sit there and like, yes, and leave. But we ain't adults. We all claim we adults. We rather sit around and then get a good reason to go have our fun, and then we'd be like, oh, but the reason I did it, no, bitch. No, dude. No, motherfucker. No, you don't get to blame the other person for going out and having sex with somebody else. Leave.
So anytime anyone cheats, is always only that person. The other partner had nothing to do with it at all.
If the person
Absolutely.
Just asking for a friend.
If the person has something to do with it, they can. And it's normally two people who are going through something. But before you allow your vagina to be penetrated, or before you put your penis in another vagina, be a grown-ass adult and leave. Leave.
Yeah, just break up.
Which is a choice. And you have the option, if you're not happy or you're not being fulfilled, to say, you know what, this is not the relationship for me.
And true transparency, I ain't follow these rules. I'm just giving you the rules that make sense.
You just telling everybody what they're supposed to do.
I'm just telling you what you're supposed to put your seatbelt on.
Do as I say, not as I do.
No, don't do as don't yeah. Do as what the good thing is to do.
Right.
Not as I say. Do as
not
the
as I do.
Sense, not as I do, not as I think. Don't do this with me, because I ain't follow these rules.
Right.
But let's be clear. I have made the excuse many a time. The reason why this happened was because and this. No.
But that's you projecting your bullshit onto somebody else to make yourself feel better or to rationalize what you did.
And I'm not even saying what I'm saying is bullshit. What I'm saying is my action was bullshit.
No, that's what I'm saying. What you did was bullshit.
Yeah, I should have just left. I'm like, yo, I'm good and out of here. I'm out. I ain't even follow what I'm saying. I'm just telling you. Like this girl.
There's always another side. That's all my point was for a friend. There's always another side.
No, it just kills me when people
you and your
lie.
friends.
There's always another side. Like somebody, who is your friend?
Who's your friend? You always asking for a friend, saying
it's
for
a
friend.
light-skinned person.
I got a friend.
It's a light-skinned friend.
You know they light-skinned.
I'm just asking for a friend.
But even in any type of relationship, though, when somebody forgives you, like they giving you grace, they just say, but far be it from me, because God gave us grace, and we take that as a joke. Don't be mad when you get. Oh goodness!
Don't be mad when you get herpes. Just saying. Damn, but why did we jump to? Well, what the hell? Herpes goddess ain't on here right now.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
That's too much.
And it's not a death sentence having herpes.
No, it's not. We just skipped
Wow,
over.
listen to you, Jay Black.
No, the funny thing is we done skipped over HIV because we can't see HIV. See, we're so our vanity driven thing. We're so vanity driven. If you see a herpes, you're like, oh my God, he got herpes. Then you see somebody who is perfect but got HIV, and we're like, oh, I can't see that shit.
Virus load is low. They say it's non-detectable.
But another thing, don't say you lied to me. Another thing, don't say you lied to me because you were trying to protect me. Don't do that.
I was trying to protect you.
No,
I didn't want you to snap.
You lied to me because you ain't want the consequence of dealing with what comes with telling the truth.
To protect you.
No, you weren't trying to protect me.
I didn't want you to be hurt.
Nope. You ain't.
I was thinking about you.
No, you were not thinking about me. If you were thinking about me, telling you to tell me the truth. Don't tell me I was trying to protect you because I didn't want you to snap. No, you didn't want me to snap. Let's repeat that. You
I didn't want you to snap. So that's why
you, not me. I wanted to snap. You weren't thinking about my feelings. I wanted to snap. You didn't want me to snap.
But see how calm you are now?
Oh, no.
Oh, absolutely, Rich.
I won't be.
Rich, I agree.
What did Rich say?
Everyone don't forgive for grace. Some people forgive because they're codependent.
Yeah, right. But it's still a pass of grace that you're getting, is what I'm saying. You're still getting a gift of forgiveness, regardless of what the intention of the other person who's giving it to you is. You're still getting a pass.
But they can be plotting. They know I'm only codependent, so I'm doing this just because. But I'm plotting my.
But most people who are codependent on another person don't even realize that they have codependency issues.
I'm gonna tell y'all, ladies, something. I'm gonna tell y'all something.
That's your therapy hat coming out.
But I'm gonna tell you,
got that one for free.
There's a gang. There's people in my past. There are people in my past who gave me second and third chances. I'm not with them. They wasted their time.
Because some people look like it's a walkover. I can walk over you.
They should have bounced. They should have bounced when they found out.
Yeah.
So
they wasted a gang of time.
People have taken my kindness for weakness before. And I don't think that that's weak. I think that the other person is really perceivably the weaker person.
Yeah,
because you don't have any self-control.
Everybody takes.
I've been in that situation before. I didn't care until it just got too disrespectful. And I was like, okay, we just got to break up.
That's when you look at somebody and be like, dang, you had potential. I'm dating you because I thought you had potential. I saw your flaws, but I'm still trying to work with you.
Nah, we just had kids and was married. So I was like, well.
You talking about Carl. Oh.
So nurse practitioner.
Some motherfuckers be dropping names and shit. Don't believe it.
I mean, he's been on the show before. We talked about it. It's very open.
We
very transparent.
We forgot about the name. Don't believe. Sequisa said, I don't believe in second chances. Listen, I'm not saying I don't believe or do believe. What I'm saying is you make a choice. But when people say they took my kindness for weakness, that's another thing that offends me. Because kindness is really the strongest thing that you can find in a person.
Absolutely.
It's literally the epitome of the strength that you want to have for guys, heterosexual guys. The person that you want to be the mother of your kids, kindness. The person that you want to be in a relationship with forever, kindness. All the other shit fades away. All the looks, all the everything. There's going to be kindness when we're 70, hopefully when we're together at 70 years old. So when people take kindness for weakness, it just irritates my soul. But I will repeat, you have no obligation to give somebody a second chance. If you find, as Mo said, that grace to give somebody a second chance, God bless you. I'm just telling you, chicks that gave me a second chance, we not together. You have every right to be like, listen, you're a good dude, and I know you got potential, but I'm not a fucking general manager for the NBA. I'm not trying to work out potential. I'm not trying.
I'm not Bob the Builder. I'm not Bob the Builder. I ain't trying to build a nigga. Like,
I just don't have that kind of patience.
I ain't got that type of time.
We cool.
And for guys, when you're trying to save a hoe, listen, I can't save all these hoes. I can't. I ain't got time to rebuild you and find and get you to get self-esteem. I can't help it. They ran a train on you several times.
What?
I'm not saying that they ran a train on you and you're a bad person. I just can't rehabilitate this vagina and this mental state. I don't have time for it. But I'm going to tell you, you're not a bad person. Go get help on your own to recover. There was a lot of dicks in both areas. I'm sorry.
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
True story.
Okay.
Can she go to wherever the recall vaginas go and
I don't know. I don't know if the recall department takes back that vagina. I don't know.
So with dating, it's tough with dating. So we're talking about dating and all that. So our next guest, we got Nice with it, Mike. She's in the waiting room, and she went viral talking about dating. It was a dope poem. So Mike, you want to set up like I guess what was your thoughts on the poem when you heard it, and then we could play it.
When she did the spoken word, when she did her piece, and I should have just texted y'all. I already knew this was gonna run rapid. I knew that these women were gonna take it. I knew men were gonna do this. I knew men were going to do the remix and sit right there and watch it. And when you get a real one, the interesting thing about that is she was right when you're the real one. When you are the real one, she's right. When you find the real one.
Okay.
But then the whole fight was under it was in the comments. Well, what was the stuff that she was saying, does that create a real one? But we have her here now. And we'll ask her, does she think the qualifications of a real one, does she feel when people were coming at her trying to say that ain't being a real one?
They came at her?
How did this? I mean, but she got tons of responses. So, ladies and gentlemen, I was supposed to take a black and mild break, but I can't. Nice with it is in the building. Viral sensation. Nice with it. Is she there? And get her on IG Live too.
Yeah, well, we're gonna play her poem first.
Oh, so I can take it in here. Play the poem.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
You gonna be mad when he get a real one. Cause I'm gonna be cooking his food, running his bath water, massaging his back, putting him to sleep and praying for his soul. Yeah. You gonna be mad when he get a real one. Cause I'm gonna be taking his mama shopping and taking his kids on trips, giving him space to kick it with the boys, maximizing his wealth and furthering his education. Yeah. You gonna be mad when he get a real one. Cause he ain't going nowhere unless I quit him, and the odds for that is looking slim. And you pretty and saw his potential, but you couldn't bring it out of him cause I'm not mean. And I'm spoiling him cause he deserves that. While you just trying to spin his bread like he don't notice that. Baby, grind everything that you lack. And you gonna be mad when you get a real one cause he not coming back. Facts.
Good morning, Nice with it. Morning.
How are you guys?
We are good. Of course, my favorite line, Mike, is when she said, I'm going to take his mama shopping. That's the line that always stood out. I said, well, damn.
That's the babysitter. I'm going to make sure she's straight. You want some wine with that?
You can add her on IG too, Mike.
Let me get her on IG. Nice with it is here. She done stirred up the pot. She done stirred up the pot.
He gonna be mad when he get a real one.
Yes.
I'm gonna be taking his kids out.
First of all, I want to congratulate you on your success, and I like the piece that you put out there.
Thank you.
I thought the angle was dope, saying I'm the real one when somebody, and there are a lot of people who can feel that, as you can see with how the reaction.
Yeah.
All right, let me just get this out the way because it's been on my mind.
Okay.
Do you ever see chicks who who use your audio, right?
Yeah.
But that bitch ain't the real one. Do you ever see the one that ain't the real one? Oh, I'm sorry. You got your kids in there?
Oh, no.
Oh,
with echo.
But yeah.
I don't know. Who am I to say she's not a real one?
Do you know anybody personally? Do you know somebody personally who did it that you were like, girl?
Nah.
You don't,
I don't know nobody personally who remixed it now.
You don't smother yourself with a pillow right now. You are not the real one. All right. So when you put it out there, first of all, it's bold to put something out there like that because you already know the comments are coming. You already know the opposite.
But that don't bother me though. I'm an artist.
You're what?
I'm an artist. That doesn't bother me.
God bless.
Backlash. And the poem was about a man who felt unappreciated in his situation. And so when he left and finally found a woman who valued his worth, he realized that I'm not ever reconciling with my ex. But see, if you haven't healed the trauma of the last man that dogged you out and cheated on you, then you take it as a personal attack. Oh, she talking about taking my man and breaking up my home. And if that's what you got out of the poem, then it went over your head, and I'm not talking about you. Because a lot of the girls were commenting under the comments, oh, well, you can come and get them. What time you gonna be here?
And I say girls because a woman will never tell another woman that you could come and get my man.
No, that's
girl
right.
Because I'm not inviting a third party into my situation. But it just showed how unhappy a lot of people are in their situations. And if you feel like, you can get them, then why are you in the situation? I'm not going through the motions with nobody.
Now, NyceWitIt, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to.
Please do.
But yeah, please do. We would like it.
Damn, J Black.
Even in my comedy, I might take it too far, but there's a root to what I'm talking about. So was there a situation that sparked this? Now, it may not have the whole piece may not be about that particular relationship, or was it multiple relationships that made this happen?
It was one. It was one situation because I just went on a date. We discussed the dating, right? Date them all, sis, until you find someone. I just went on a date. I actually wrote that poem 4 hours before I recorded it. And while I'm on the date, the man was just explaining to me everything that he was doing with his ex-wives and how she wasn't appreciating any of it. And when it just makes you understand how good men turn to dogs, because you were doing all that, and she still cheated, and she still wasn't appreciating it. So yeah, that date brought out I'm gonna write a poem about this. And I wrote the poem in 4 hours. Like we complain that we want a good man and we want someone that can reciprocate all these things, but then when you get it and you cheat, it's not enough. You get greedy. And so that motivated me to write the poem.
So in essence, fellas, this poem is really, really standing up for us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And a lot of my poetry, I'm always on the woman's side. So I wanted to do something different and show the male point of view, show how the man feels. And a lot of them was like, oh, I need this. It's just, like I said, brought out the unhappiness in a lot of people's situations.
Was there one comment? Because, we're going to get comments. Like, I get comments. I'm like, I don't have time to go back and forth with you.
Yeah.
Because it might be something that I was literally just joking about. And intellectually, if you can't handle the fact that I was really just joking, if I have to tell you that I was like, if I have to preface everything I say was, I'm just joking about this, then it's a problem. But was there one comment where you because I've had those comments, was there one comment that you I have time to respond?
I got time.
I got time today.
I got time right now.
The chick was like, what about you is real? She said your hair isn't real, your eyebrows are real. My eyebrows? I don't even have no eyebrows. I thought a bitch with 5 followers said something. Because I got time today.
You got time today. So
you got time today. And then you got the guy, though. I had a guy comment and say, well, a real one don't take baths.
What?
A real one don't take baths.
If he was a real one, he don't take no baths. I thought that was hilarious.
I mean, I'm not a bath taker on a regular, but I'm open to bathing.
Not like that. He's saying showers for guys. Guys don't sit.
If you had a real one, he don't take no baths. Real ones don't take baths.
Sometimes a man needs to relax and read a book and chill.
Yeah.
My bathtub just ain't like that in this apartment. My bathtub ain't bath ready. Like it's a shower bathtub. Like my feet are gonna be. I'm 5'7". My feet gonna be hanging out. Like it's not gonna be something. All right. So we're sitting here and we're having all these conversations, and I know you're not a lack of opinion. I know you got tons of opinions that go on with this. All right. So last week, and I know Jay Black does not want to bring this up because he took an L last week.
Jay?
There's the one where I've taken many L's on this show. Like when we take L's, people just get off the show. They just leave. They just delete. So the one thing was, Jay, what was the thing, Jay, where you were like, a woman should forgive? Like when a breakup happens or you cheat and a woman
it was related to Kanye and Kim. What I was saying, NyceWitIt, was Kanye should continue to fight for his marriage, to fight for his wife, to try to get her back. He should continue that path instead of just giving up, because there's levels to when someone is not going to take you back, and when you hit that level. So you should fight for your marriage. That's all I was saying.
Okay,
that's not all you said.
Let me finish this one.
That's not all you said.
Let's finish. Let's make the complete sentence right now. The complete sentence was, even if the person says we're done, We're finished. It's over. Jay Black believes you should continue to try and be with this person, and this person should give you another chance because they've forgiven you before. So why won't they forgive you again?
I'm gonna try to fight for it again.
So NyceWitIt. Hopefully,
I agree with Jay, especially if there's children involved. I think that he shouldn't be so quick to give up. I think he should fight for his marriage. I think he should fight for his family because this dating life is not where it's at. You know? So,
but
I agree with Jay.
Our question was, even when she says it's over and she's moved on.
Yes.
Y'all both crazy.
It's levels of when it's over, right? Now it's levels when you go ahead, NyceWitIt.
But give her more content. Give her more content, because what you said was, well, so what? I did it a couple of times before. You forgave me. So what's different from this time that you're not going to forgive me for my bullshit? For my
That's
like, be clear, because that's where you was going with that, Jay Black.
Yeah, at that point it's a cycle, Jay. So that's different. Now, if this was one-off,
got somebody going on the damn merry-go-round.
Mixing your ears. We're not gonna keep doing that. So now.
All right. If you have we're just gonna run down some things we talked about, and I just want to get your opinion. Okay. So NyceWitIt. How can they can go to her Instagram to check out her work and TikTok, correct?
Yes. I also have a website, NyceWitIt.com. All of my albums are streaming everywhere. I'm on Pandora, Apple Music, Spotify, and you can listen to the spoken word YouTube channel. I'm everywhere.
Hey, NyceWitIt, that money started coming in?
Your IG is one NyceWitIt, right?
One NyceWitIt. Instagram and Twitter is one NyceWitIt, and then NyceWitIt everywhere else.
Is money coming in right now? Tell me the truth. Yeah. Because let me tell you, girl, I can tell by your outfit, like the way you came dressed to the interview. I can tell it's different.
Early. It's early in the morning.
It's early, yes.
Yeah, I see that whole thing. Okay, so if you have a preference, NyceWitIt, if you have a preference on who you date, whether it could be skin color, it could be size, it could be height. Does that make you a colorist? I don't know if heightist is a word. A colorist, a heightist. Does that mean you're against anybody who's not part of your preference?
Absolutely. Well, you know what? Let me be honest, because I had a type. You know, I only dated athletes. My children's father, both of them are athletes. One a football player, one a basketball player. And that made me feel like, oh, I'd never date another athlete again. You know, and I used to say, oh, he has to be over 6 feet and he has to have this and this and this and this and this. Once you get 40, that list, them 3 things, like we talked about, Jay, you can't, you miss your blessing being too picky. You know, that tall man may dog you out and cheat and not have any respect for the relationship, while that shorter man may treat you like a queen. So I'm very open at this point in my life. I've matured to realize that the important things is really what you need to look for.
Well, you had 2 athletes?
You stuck on that?
Were you listening to the show earlier when we talked about Fiji water?
No.
Yeah, okay, never mind. Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Were they professional athletes or were they just
NFL, yes, and semi-pro overseas.
Wow. Okay, don't take offense. That vagina is amazing. Clap it up. Just clap.
And Mike,
that ain't no ordinary. That ain't no ordinary. That's Fiji water. That's Fiji water. But my question is, let's say they accuse Jay Black of only having one type, which is light skin, right? I don't agree with it. But they're saying because he has a type, that means he's disrespectful to brown skin women. Do you agree with that?
Well, it's just your type. It's your preference. Everybody's entitled to a preference.
And they're leaving stuff out. NyceWitIt.
Yeah,
there's more to Jay.
Well, bring it up. Bring it up.
No, I know y'all sugarcoating it. What y'all say?
Because Jay Black, there's a difference between a preference when you say I prefer, and then when you say I don't date nothing but. I will not date you because you are too chocolate. Now that's a different basket.
Oh, she dark.
Ooh, who taught you to hate yourself, Massa? What you mean?
Believe this? I'm not even acknowledging this because that's so not true. Like you said, it's just a coincidence. If I dated light-skinned individuals, that's what I dated. That's it. I have nothing against myself or any one of
you worse than the AKAs. You passed the paper bag test. Like you, it gotta be light, bright.
But did he ever actually say he doesn't date women?
He doesn't have to say it.
Never.
So
he does
stuff
like
she
say it.
Dark-skinned lady, you would not entertain her. If she was attractive, she meet all your qualifications that you're looking for, you wouldn't entertain her?
I absolutely would. That's why I'm not paying him no attention.
He put it in the butt.
I didn't say you wouldn't smash. I didn't say you wouldn't smash. I didn't say you wouldn't knock off. I said, would you date? Like openly date? Like this is the person that you're seeing every day in and day out. Not somebody, on a drunken stupor night that you done knocked off and then you like, ooh, what did I do?
Would you be seen in public with her? Would you be out holding hands and kissing with her?
Yes, and I have. Yes, I've talked to dark-skinned individuals. Stop that.
What's her name?
Oh my God!
I want to know her name too.
What's her name?
I want to know her name too. I know you for almost 20 years. I ain't never seen you with no dark-skinned woman or no brown skin. It's always been light, bright, crystal bright.
Thanks, Mo.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
First of all, for Jay to answer those questions, once again, Lady Q, NyceWitIt, if you don't know, Lady Q is Jay Black's wife, right?
What?
Right. So we want to make this clear. Lady Q is
I want to know.
Lady Q is in the other room, and she's nothing to play with. She don't want to answer these questions, and I don't blame him. Like I wouldn't answer these questions either, because she'll come barging in that door. And this whole show will go somewhere different.
Yeah.
Now, so, Mike, NyceWitIt is dating right now. She's in. She believes in Shawnee that we should date. They should date multiple people. I thought that was interesting. That can you really commit and find that right one if they know you got other people you're seeing? So I don't know if NyceWitIt can speak to dating multiple individuals at the same time and those challenges. It's interesting to me.
Yeah, like I said, you do yourself an injustice by putting all your time into one person in the dating era. Now, once you move into let's be exclusive, then there's something else. But if I'm just getting to know you, what if this other person that wants to get to know me as well, and now because I didn't entertain him, I've missed my opportunity on something real while investing in something that was just for play.
Well, Jay Black has a rule in his past where he said after the third date, he knows if this is the woman that's going to take on the world with me, and that's when he's going to say we need to be exclusive. So is the third date too fast? Is it
I don't think so. I think in the first date or second date, like, oh, okay, we have a lot in common. This person has their head together. It doesn't appear that if they're consistent with giving me their time and attention, they're calling, they're texting, they're actually asking questions to get to know me, not just send me a picture, but asking questions, deep questions to get to know me.
I like NyceWitIt is on it.
Be exclusive. I think that he's serious, because usually the men are not the ones who's gonna verbalize that. Mm-hmm. The woman gonna be like, well, what are we?
Oh, those are the famous last words.
What we doing? Or what we doing?
I already know at this point.
Those are the other famous last words.
Man that's interested in you is going to cancel out all the competition.
Yes.
To let you know.
It will not be vague.
Everybody else you dating, it's a wrap. It's over.
All right, NyceWitIt. Let's get to it. I need to know. Okay. I'm not in the game. So I need to know. I need, because you're honest. Give me your 3 qualities. Then give me your 3 things that probably ain't qualities. I don't want to put a word on them because I know I got 3 things that I know these are my qualities, and I got 3 things in a relationship that these are not my qualities. I don't want to call them any. I don't want to make a word for them. But give me your 3 strong suits in a relationship. Like if you were selling yourself, you're like, these are the 3 things that I know I'm gonna sell this car right here.
Financially literate.
Boom. Good stuff.
Good mother figure.
Shut up, Jay.
And compassionate.
So you said financially literate. What was the second one?
Good mother figure.
Good mother figure, perfect and compassionate. All right, now let's get to the dark side. Give me the 3 because we all got the 3 where we're like, all right, we
No
on the no patience. No, okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. No patience.
Blunt mouth.
Blunt mouth. Oh, we shocked about that. I would have never thought that. You got to be kidding me.
Blunt mouth.
I didn't see that one coming.
You know, sometimes I don't think about people's emotions because I'm so honest that my delivery sometimes is all off.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
And not to be insensitive, but because I like to be transparent, it comes off in the delivery all wrong.
So if the sex is bad, you just say it right then and there?
Ooh.
Baby.
Hey, did you enjoy that? I didn't.
Baby.
Whoa.
We don't need to do this, and this next time because that wasn't it.
That was my next question. When you say, "Oh, I didn't," should the man, instead of being offended and having his ego crushed, should he ask you, "Well, how can we improve this?"
Absolutely, because then you care enough to make the changes. If you're not even inquiring, like, "Oh, well, you're the only one that does a complaint," you're not trying to fix the situation. I'm all about resolution. Here are the problems. How are we going to resolve them? Don't just come with problems with no solution.
And see, and I'm cheating right now because honestly, like you said, the guy would say, "You're the only one who ever complained." In my case, there's been a few that's complained. So I'd be like, okay, let's readjust.
You gotta change something, Mike.
There's something I'm doing wrong. I don't know. There's something I'm doing wrong.
If you don't know, you can't fix it.
As the HR personnel over Michael Shawn's penis.
Like we want to know how we can work this out. We want to know how we work. Do I have to buy you the rose and get Sexy Mo to deliver the rose to us? And,
don't sleep on her.
All right, so we do this. We go viral, and things are happening for you, and you're getting the recognition you deserve. What is the next step? Where do we go from here?
Before you go, did you ever take somebody's mom shopping? Like you said in the poem, have you ever done that?
She's the babysitter. I'm going to always take her shopping. And I'm going to be gone for 3 weeks. And y'all have the time. Yes. I want to show her my appreciation for her keeping my kids while I'm out doing poetry shows or on vacation. I might take a 7-day cruise. Absolutely.
Have the father.
You want your children in someone's hands that you know is going to be treated. They're going to be treated good. They're going to be taken care of. You want to show your appreciation for them helping out. Yes, I'm taking her shopping.
Have the fathers, with your recent success, have they reached out and tried to holler?
Lord.
Yeah.
Mercury retrograde, bring all the exes back.
Wow.
Yes, they have quite a few of them.
Do you ever slip up with one of them? Because you know, baby moms and baby dads, you know, it's comfortable. You already know what it is.
Not authentic. And it was a time, you know, where me and an ex went back and forth. But I'm past that. You're not even my type anymore. Because that person I was, I'm not in that place anymore. I'm on a whole nother vibration, and we not even seeing on the same level. So that makes you not even attractive to me anymore. You're the same, but I'm not the same. So we're not going to revisit that.
So, I mean, not just
from trying. They're going to still try.
Yeah, of course. And if they catch you after a few glasses of wine, you never know.
No. At
So,
that point, just let it go.
So people inboxing you meet people in the inbox. Like, do you allow that? Are you checking for that?
I do get a lot of DMs, and you get a lot of craziness. I done got marriage proposals. Let's have a baby. You know, I take you out. You're gonna get so many crazy DMs that you may overlook like business. Like, oh, can you do a show here? And you really have to have the patience to sit through and filter through the garbage to get to, and then you may meet somebody that actually just wants to befriend you and, not just the dick pics. And I'm just going to say it, the dick pics in the
girl.
Man, how many dick pics are you getting? Like, is it a crazy amount?
Don't even feel the screen, do anything for that dopamine. I got a poem about that. But,
really?
You're going to get them. You're going to get all kind of foolishness in your DM.
That's why I start hating a little bit. Not because I want dick pics. It's because I only got like 2 vagina. No. Like I've been on the radio for a long time, been doing comedy shows. I got like 3 vagina pics, and I'm mad about that. Like, why do I like
Michael Shawn?
like 3, and one of them would disappear every time I touched it. Like
It's called vanish. He put the vanish on it.
Yeah.
I thought that was selfish. Go ahead, ladies. I thought that was selfish. If you're gonna send me a vagina pic, let me hold on to it. Like,
No, but what is it?
All over the internet.
Yeah, they didn't show their faces. It was strictly the vagina. And I was like, why can't I hold this, for Tuesday at 7:00? Go ahead, Mo.
But what is it that makes y'all think that it's like a gift, like the golden ticket for you to put your dick pics in the DM? It ain't no hi, how you doing? My name is. It's just a boom. Yes. Look at me. Look what I got. And y'all be proud. And some of that be like children's place pictures. I'm like, oh, that's so cute. But y'all be proud and y'all be pushing sin.
Oh, I got the answer for that.
I'm just asking.
Go ahead, NyceWitIt. What you got to say to that? Because I got the answer. I'm gonna let you. Do you have any comments on it?
What gave you the confidence?
The same way y'all think vaginas are amazing at all times. The same way y'all think these vaginas run the world, which in a lot of cases they do. Y'all have the same confidence in that vagina that y'all can get a man to come over whenever y'all want. And y'all can. Not every man. So the same confidence that y'all have is the same confidence that these cocky dudes have sending penises over, because obviously their penises have either been treated a certain way or whatever. But y'all got the same complex. Y'all think y'all can get whatever y'all want if y'all look good. I'm not talking about y'all 3 squares. I'm talking about women.
Because I'm like, where you going with this?
No,
go ahead.
What's this? We didn't ask for this.
No. I'm talking about.
You should have knighted us into this.
No. I didn't. Mo said, why do we have confidence? And I say that it's not.
No,
about,
I want to know what makes you do that. Like, what is it about? What is it that makes you feel like that's like the golden ticket? And you feel like that you can just go into anybody's DM, any woman's DM, and say, "Boom, here it is, baby."
Okay. And she gonna say, "Okay, hey."
And the same way, women with vaginas think they can step in my pockets because they look good. The same way they think they gonna really hustle me for money because how bad they are, and how the potential. If I get to hitting Michael Shawn, I'm gonna get this bread from him. We're gonna start hanging out. I'm gonna be at the same spots he gonna be at because my vagina is this and I'm so big. It's the same mentality.
But did they send you a picture of it first?
No, they physically were in front of my face, which is even different. It's even bigger than sending a pic. They did it live in person.
Well, Mike, you are an anomaly. I've seen women, throw more coochie at you than on a good softball Sunday game, just for no reason. So you don't really fit that box.
I know.
And you're not a dick pic person. You're not gonna just, peruse Instagram and be like, you know what? Boom, let me hit send. Boom, let me hit send. I'm talking about the men who really they're trying to date you, and they think that that's their entryway, like they're coming out to you.
But what I'm saying is the same thing. Is just 2 different ways of doing it. One person is doing it in DMs. The other women are doing it directly in your face. And my little comedy ass radio ain't got nothing on dudes that were making real serious money. And the woman who thought they was going to hustle them and get them the Black Chinas of the world.
So are dick pics hustle? Like, is that like a hustle game?
Yeah, it's a hustle. It's a hustle because I believe my penis is supposed to turn you on, and you're supposed to actually
I need to hit him up.
Respond to it. Just like a woman's supposed to sit next to me at the bar and just stand there. When I was at the and just stand there and be like hi, and that hi is supposed to be like, okay, I'm supposed to respond, and then when I get you, the first thing they're asking is I'm paying for your drinks. Then after that, the next thing is the next time we go out, if we go out, I'm paying for this, and then ask me for a trip. Game of Thrones with it, mama. I'm home alone. It's the same arrogance. To me, it's just 2 different ways of doing it. That's all I think. The game is vicious out here. NyceWitIt said one thing. This single game that people are playing, which I don't ever want to tip my toes back into, is serious out here. And listen, man.
The pickings are slim.
You turned on.
You said what?
You're turned off more than you're turned on.
Oh, absolutely. I would never want to be my jersey's in the Raptors. I'm not. They like. I feel like I see how crazy it is out there for women and men to be out there and try to find the real one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like how hard that must be to try and find the real one and the stages you got to go through. Like I only go about even going through what Shawnee's going through and her telling the stories and everything like that. I would never want to be back in that game.
Are you in the dating apps? Nice with it? You believe in dating apps?
No. I think you get catfished a lot with those dating apps. I think a lot of them are just looking for sex. It just doesn't do it for me.
So how do you meet your men? Like, how do you go about meeting somebody to get into a situation? Like, what?
I meet them out in venues.
Yeah.
Or, a friend of a friend. Things like that.
You got groupies now, don't you?
I've had groupies for a while. Yeah, I've been performing for over 10 years.
Yeah.
So that and then you get with people who just like the attention.
Yeah.
Or the potential of where you're going and not really authentic about you and getting to know you. And so you have to have discernment for sure.
Have you ever slipped up and just caught a groupie and be like, listen, man, I'm gonna enjoy this groupie for like after the show? Like, have you ever caught one?
I mean, but my ex was a groupie, you know.
Oh, here we go.
I mean, it was a friend of a friend, but he was coming to all my poetry shows. He was my biggest, really, supporter. And so, yeah, that turned into something else. And it wasn't always bad.
It was good, huh?
For a while, until it wasn't.
What? You want to dig into what happened? Was just the normal breakup, or was it something?
Talk about that,
I gotta try.
I found out about a baby. Remember?
Oh, exactly.
About a baby.
Oh, that's right.
So no second chances for you. Mistakes happen.
The whole family on the side, absolutely.
Oh.
All right, you have shared enough with us.
Yes.
You have shared, and thank you for being so open, and thank you for being so opinionated and being your natural self. Where do we go from here? What is the next step? Where do you want to take this to? What are we doing? What are we doing next?
Continue to do shows. I'm writing another book right now, so you know that I released the children's book last year, end of last year. I'm writing a second children's book. My son will be the illustrator on that one.
Oh, dope.
And my daughter was the illustrator on the last children's book so that they can continue to get the royalties after I'm gone.
Nice.
All right, so Jay Black, do you want to interrupt and say this? You got any questions at the end?
Real quick. But no, I didn't have anything.
You sure?
I think she's dope. No, I think she's dope.
That's the bullshit that you don't even prepare for our shows. That's crazy. Like, really? You don't have a real quick.
Oh, real quick.
For her? You don't have a real quick for her?
I didn't have any for.
If I do a real quick, it's gonna be totally all about sex. So you
gotta.
Lord. No.
Well, I appreciate you guys. It's always fun coming on the show.
Nice with it. Can we have you back on?
Absolutely.
All right. God bless. I want you to take this as far. There is no ceiling on your talent. There's no ceiling. This can. I wouldn't be surprised to see you in movies. I wouldn't be surprised wherever I see you. I won't be surprised.
Power.
Exactly.
Power.
Yeah.
All right. Nice with it, y'all. Y'all go to Instagram, and if y'all see on TikTok and y'all use the audio, you get money for the audio, right? When they use it, right?
Absolutely.
Use the audio, people, because you're the real one. Everybody use the audio.
I'm gonna do it. I got on my red dress today, so yeah.
I'm
gonna do it.
Put on your red dress.
Yes, that's my favorite color.
Nice with it. So I'm gonna do it. So I can do if I do it on TikTok, I can do the remix and just be the guy that you're talking. That you're gonna be the real one too, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that I can do that.
You're making your facial expressions and
right. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful, amazing, beautiful, nice with it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love her energy.
Good energy.
I love it.
She's definitely dope.
She really, you know what? The funny thing is she really represents like the whole struggle, like the honest struggle of dating out here and how hard it is. I appreciate her honesty. Cause this thing ain't no joke. It's hard.
Why y'all always trying to attack Jay Black like that? Why y'all do that in front of
Always.
company? Why y'all do that
In front of company?
Yeah, we had company. That was company. Y'all know that was company.
I didn't bring it up. You brought it up, Mike.
Did I?
You talking about preference? Yeah, you did.
We didn't bring that up.
You
because
did.
y'all highlighting. I gave
Why did I bring that up in front of company?
We left it, but we left it like 30 minutes ago when Mike said, you know, let me ask you something, because they got these preferences. You know, he prefer.
You burying this lie today, so you're not gonna bring it up ever again. That I'm a colorist is lie. That's what you're saying.
So I didn't call you a colorist, but I did say that you have a problem with brown-skinned women. You have an issue with dating brown-skinned women, and it goes beyond a preference. That's all I said. And I said what I said. Why I'm dialing back for you?
We're gonna have to have a conversation off the air because there's some things we have to. No, not in a bad way. Because I think
Mo and Jay.
Anytime Mike's defending me, you know it. Mike's defending. He know you know it's something.
Oh, y'all best friends.
I mean, but that's what you get, Jay Black. And honestly, let me just. That's what you get. No, that was fast. No, I'm saying this. I'm saying because even when you know something is not totally true, you still be going. Like you still be going. Like you be like you'll be going on other people. No. When it comes to a different subject, let's say it'll be a different subject, and he really don't believe that, but he's working the room.
Jay Black will take silent stabs. You'll be talking about something, be like, yeah, if you wasn't something. You'll hear the mumble in the background. But he says it just loud enough so everybody can hear.
That shit is hilarious. Oh, Kevin, let me tell you about. Let me read. I gotta read this to just let Kevin Kersey know this is where this sentence goes wrong. This is where you have to think of the structure and the meaning of what you're saying. Kevin Kersey said, I would like to see a panel of women on the topic of being submissive in a marriage.
What's wrong with that?
Because as a man, are you saying you want the topic of women, a panel of women on the topic of being submissive in a marriage? Are you talking about women being submissive? Because guys really can't create the panel, like to be like, I want to know why women are submissive. First of all, they are submissive.
Can they be submissive? Or some women are not submissive. Yeah,
and what is your understanding? What's your clear understanding of the true meaning of being submissive? And it's definitely not do as I say. So let's put that out there. Be careful what you ask for, Kevin. Be careful what you ask for.
Well, technically,
no.
If you look at the dictionary definition.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about the Bible because ain't nobody going to the damn Bible because the Bible contradicts themselves on the second page.
Here we go.
Let me tell you, you know what the Bible's excuse for contradiction?
Okay, Kevin.
The Bible's excuse for contradiction is the Old Testament. They're like, that's the Old Testament. That the Old Testament is the cutthroat. Like, y'all wasn't supposed to breathe unless we told y'all to breathe.
Kevin said we can go there, Mike. He
okay, all right, Kev. You want this?
I got this definition according to Webster. Submissive, an adjective, ready to conform to the authority or will of others, meekly obedient or passive, compliant, yielding, accommodating. Okay.
So as a person, I would eliminate the word submissive from my diction altogether. Because submissive is
I like to talk about the characteristics of that more so than focusing on the word, though, because in a marriage or a relationship, do you compromise? Yes.
Compromise. Go look at the definition of compromise.
Do you compromise? Yes, you do.
Has a different definition than submissive.
You compromise in healthy relationships. Do you sometimes have to yield yourself? Yes, it's healthy sometimes to yield, but you can't always say what you want, do what you want. In relationships, it doesn't work. Sometimes you have to dial it back.
I'm writing these words down. And most
write them all down.
She said yield.
Yeah. Yielding is good. Yielding is good because yielding allows you to stop. It's a brief pause. It allows you to think about what's going on with what y'all talking about. So yielding, yes. Sometimes yielding your immediate knee-jerk response to someone is healthy.
All right, that was a good save. You saved it at the end.
Here's the definition according to Webster. As a noun, compromise is an agreement or a settlement of a dispute that is reached by each side making concessions. As a verb, same thing. Settle a dispute by mutual concession. That's compromise.
That's different. All right. Kevin, tough today. All right, Kev. Men have to speak up, have guts, and not back down on touchy subjects. They are important to us at times. Look, I got people at the bar. The barber shop. I got people at the barber shop at Legacy Barbershop, which I'm supposed to have an appointment today. They believe the problem with relationships now is that women don't submit.
So when you say have guts, not back down on touchy subjects, when you're talking about in a sentence with your mate, number one, there should be no level of one person has to back down because that's a control mechanism. When we're talking about relationship,
somebody got to lead. Somebody got to lead. Somebody got to be the leader. We can't have two leaders in the house.
So that is, you said when two leaders.
Yeah, we can't have two leaders in the house.
There's one leader. Everybody both can't lead.
Put his comment back up. Put his comment back up there, because that doesn't mean that you're not leading the household and I'm not following your lead or whatever. When he says you got to speak up and have the guts, you're talking about somebody who may feel like they're being controlled in a situation. When you're talking about, you better have the guts to, that means that there's some level of fear that something is going to happen. When you're talking about you better have the guts and backing down, that's a conflict word, like a strong conflict word. I'm not backing down. That means that you're not open to hearing what the other person is saying. You're closing yourself off. And I am outside the club.
I don't think he's closing himself off.
I'm not saying him.
No,
I'm not saying him. No,
I believe
those words.
When you say I'm not backing down and I have the guts to talk about this touchy subject is I'm the leader of this house. I'm not saying I'm saying that, even though I am, but I'm the leader.
Okay, Mike.
I can't do it without her. But if a man might just be like, this is my stance on what a man's role is, and that's a touchy subject now. You can't just have that conversation and say, listen, you overstepping your bounds. Why am I overstepping your bounds? Because you the woman. That's going to rub people the wrong way.
So that is not healthy either when you say because you're a woman. Because that goes back to what I said about control when you're in a relationship. Now, when you're in a relationship, everybody has a role. Be clear. And I'm not saying roles identified by gender. I'm saying everybody has a role in the household. When a healthy household, everybody understands what their role is to contribute to make that household work, right?
Yeah.
So if y'all have mutually agreed on this is how the dynamics of our relationship and everybody is comfortable with that, then that's okay. But what's not okay is for you to have this control mechanism and say, because I'm the leader in this household and because you the woman and this is how it's going to go. That barrels on the lines of control.
Well, what my whole example was him saying touchy subjects. Those are the touchy subjects that if you believe, you have the guts to actually say it, because it's not popular now. So
the touchy subjects, you have to be I think I struggle with the words with the whole guts, because if you're in a relationship and you're saying talk about touchy subjects, that means that you have to have a healthy, open dialogue with your mate. That means that you have to have that type of relationship where you guys can come to the table and talk about things that are uncomfortable.
Mo, he was talking about
feel safe,
but he was talking about touchy subjects on this show. To talk about touchy subject, you have to have guts. He was talking to me. You have to have guts to have touch these subjects on the show.
Oh, I thought he was talking about relationship.
No, but he was talking about relationship.
Kevin, join us. If Kevin want to jump on, Amir, you want to jump in? Amir said,
jump on because I need to black him out.
In the comments, anybody can jump in.
Everybody need to black him out, right?
Because there's always going to be subjects and things that are I don't want to say touchy, but I will say make us feel uncomfortable talking about or bringing to the table, because you have a fear of whatever the outcome is going to be by bringing that to the forefront. I think that everybody has been there at one point or another. But when you say,
I think what Kevin is saying is some men are intimidated of the woman and like no me, I got to have a strong man. If he ain't strong and he can't talk to me, that's gonna be a problem because it's gonna be some days that I need to be told, go sit your ass down and shut up.
But that comment was the comment he made was made after I said you might not want to touch that as a man.
Yeah, but he's
about
saying,
the submissive.
I mean, come on, yeah. Is that men won't say what's necessary, and then there's a problem in the relationship.
Yeah,
and they don't want to say it. Why? I don't know. Intimidation, I guess.
No, ain't no intimidation. Is that the popular demand now is that a man can't be a man the way he used to be.
But
even
why
if he's
not?
Even if he's holding everything down. If he's holding everything down, and even saying I'm going to run this household is looked down upon. Everybody turns their eyebrow up like women would be like, no, they do. Like maybe not y'all, they do. You can't trust me. You can't just say this in a right here in an area where everybody's there and be like, look, I'm leading this household. At the end of the day, you can chime in, but I'm going to make the final decision. That's when everybody would be like, whoa, what do you mean? It's 50-50. It's her opinion.
Make the decision.
Well, I don't think that, and I don't think that it's always, I don't think that it's always 50-50. I think in every given situation, because in a partnership, in a partnership, sometimes, Mike, you might say, you know what, this is one for Stacy. Because this particular situation is something that I know that she is good at, and she will make the correct decision for whatever it is. So that doesn't take away from you leading the household. Who's coming on? Hey, good morning,
guys.
Hold up, what up, Amir? Yeah, we can hear you.
Hold on, Amir. Go ahead, Mike.
What I want to say is we're veering off the point. The point is if a man doesn't do that, if a man says, no, it doesn't matter if you're good at this. If I'm leading this, I'm going to make the final decision. That is something that's frowned upon in 2022.
Well, not by me.
Now, Shawnee's good with it. Oh, girl put up there. Oh, girl. And that was the funny thing. Oh, girl said, I like it when my hubby says, go sit your ass down somewhere. Okay. Say that to the masses of women and see what that response gets for the general amount of women. And say that and see what that. It's not a popular opinion anymore. That's why I agree with Kevin. That's why I don't even get into it. I don't even step in.
Well, sometimes you have, I mean, if you've chosen somebody to be your mate and you're married to them, I would hope that you would choose somebody that has your best interest at heart.
That's why you single, Jeanette. That's exactly why.
What?
You tell her to go sit down. She, I don't think so. Like,
all right.
I'm gonna pause, like I'm gonna pause for a minute and stand there and be like, okay.
You see the amendments on it? You see the amendment? I'm gonna pause. Now I'm gonna pause.
Yeah, because I'm doing too much. I got to think about it and be like, yeah, I'm doing too much. Let me go sit down.
God bless. Go ahead, Amir. Amir, this is no disrespect, but they have passed my black and mild break. I'm just gonna take 2 inhales. So I'm not leaving the screen in no way because you know how I rock with you. Because I know you're gonna drop your jewels, but I will be right back. Now it's on you. You got 2 very intelligent, very stern-minded vaginas here and ovaries. So good luck with that shit. You have a good time. I'll be back.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Jay.
Good morning.
Shawn, and good morning, Sexy Mo. The funny thing is, first of all, y'all make me late every damn day. I be getting into work like, yo, but that's because, the topics and the things that you guys bring to the forefront are so pertinent to, everything that we're dealing with seemingly right now in this current climate. I didn't get a chance to see the whole interview with the young lady in the poem, but I'm catching bits and pieces of things. So I'm just going to chime in from the bits and pieces that I heard. One of the things that I think, and this is just me speaking for me, but the way I see things is I think one of the real reasons why we're having such a tough time in men and women relationships as it currently stands right now is because as a whole, not individually, but as a whole, we're not healing up properly. And we're not healing up from generational trauma. We're not healing up from family trauma. We're not healing up from childhood trauma. And all of these things just follow us through the course of our lives. And what tends to happen is in each and every one of these moments, there are triggered things that still trigger us. We think that we've healed or we've buried it, so deep in our, psyche that we think, it's never going to come up until somebody does something that triggers you. And then, you standing in defense of whatever. And I think when we start looking at whether it's poetry, whether we're looking at some of the other, people, like you said, who are coming up now on social media and having these stances that we think are, that we so either against or so for, it's because those are triggering mechanisms. You never really dealt with the issues that surround whatever it is they're saying, whatever it is they're doing, and how it is they're going about it. And I think for a good portion of us, until we can, be honest with ourselves about that, in terms of you have to make a solid checklist for yourself about all of the crazy and interesting things that you've gotten a chance to experience to hopefully this point in your life. And then you got to start deleting. You got to start updating. You got to start understanding that some of it just doesn't work. If you still are using possible ideologies that used to work for you in 84 and we in 2022, it just don't work anymore. It's not, everything else is upgraded. I smile about even this platform as it stands. Normally this conversation would have had to have been had at either one of y'all's houses, at a coffee shop, or something like that. We wouldn't have been able to do this. But now, thankfully, we have this kind of platform and we can bring this kind of information to the world. But the interesting thing about it is we don't understand how the world has continued to update itself, but then we don't update ourselves.
All right, Kelly, I'm sorry, Mary, go ahead.
I was going to say this, again, when you look at this platform, we now, right now, some of y'all might be on your laptop system. I'm sitting in my office on my phone, having this conversation with y'all. Do you remember when we couldn't sit on phones and have these kind of conversations? Or your phone was only the regular conversation where you held it to your ear and talked for hours and hours and hours until the sun came up or went down or whatever the case may be? So it just goes to show you that evolution is a constant thing, but we have to evolve also as human beings. And unless we're truly being honest with ourselves about that part of the process, we're always going to have these moments where we seem to disagree, and men and women, or all men are this or all women are that. No, you got to evolve. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the vaginas, because I've evolved, but not evolved too much. Shout out to the vaginas who kept me on the phone till I fell asleep. Shout out to you, because I ain't never fall asleep on the phone with bad vagina and ovaries. Kelly J said, for me, in order to allow a man to lead, I have to feel confident in his leadership choices. If I don't, then I am taking the wheel and I'm driving. I do it for a living anyway. I got this, boo. All right. I mean, I guess
she's looking at past situations to see if he led correctly, and then that's how she's going to decide. But Amir, do you take the lead in your relationship? So is your partner submissive?
Yes. Well, here's the thing. First of all, and this is me. Hold on. No. Let me preface this by saying this. This is me speaking for me. I think that we don't understand how powerful our English language is, and by that I simply mean this: when you use words like submissive, when you use certain words, there is energy and thoughts and rules that go along with those words. The problem is because they've been misused and the way we've wielded them as a shield or as a sword, it messes up what people tend to use them for. So then over the course of time, it becomes almost like you're battering somebody as opposed to, you understand what I'm saying? So that's why sometimes for me, I don't like those words necessarily. What I do like to use is words like we come together and through conversation, we come up with greater choices, or we make, decisions together, or, we look at the, because I think
characteristics versus words.
Because I think when you start utilizing, again, certain words, they have a sense of power that really isn't good. And again, triggers. So, to the lovely ladies here sitting at the bottom, you say submissive, then it, you
why they gotta be at the bottom? Why they gotta be at the bottom, son? Why did y'all play?
But depends on which way you looking at it.
The breadwinner got the final say. The breadwinner got the final say.
Oh,
does the breadwinner have the final say? You know what? I think that's a misnomer as well, because here's the reality of it all. Even though you might be the breadwinner in your relationship, there could be a ton of things that the other person is bringing to the table that you just never take into account because of statements just like that. The breadwinner gets the final say.
Yeah, your other mate who's not bringing in financial may bring something immeasurable to the relationship.
Except the mortgage, the rent, the car insurance, the phone bill.
No, but I'm saying don't discredit that mate. Don't discredit or say that you're...
They may make it easier for you to go get the bag.
And I say this, humbly, because again, depending on what age you are, we're at a stage and we're at an age now where, depending on where you live around the country, I'm still in New York and stuff like that. A bread box in New York is $2,300 a month. A bread box. I ain't talking about a mansion like you guys are dealing with in some of the places y'all are. A bread box is $2,300. So I don't give a daggone how much, how much money you bringing in, this, that, the third. When I was a kid, rent was $500. Now, when you talking about the comparison of that time frame to where we are now, it probably is the same. But my point is, when you paying $500 versus $2,300, there are some disparaging differences on how you try to handle that situation. So we don't want to, be honest again with a lot of the new challenges that we're up against versus the old challenges that our parents might have had. So that's why I smile and I laugh at half of this stuff, because I be listening like, really, that makes sense to you? So you didn't factor in none of the new things or challenges that somebody might have to be dealing with. So we're just gonna still go with that, like I said, old ideology of I make all the money, so I get to make all the decisions. Really? Really?
I get what you're saying, and I actually go by what you're saying, and I implement that in my life. The only problem is when you're the person and you're the main breadwinner, we don't share the stress. If I lose this job, we don't share the stress. When I'm figuring out how much money we got for the next 4 months, that's me figuring it out.
But Mike, you know why that? But you know what that is, Mike? Because again, we're not having the tougher conversations as a collective. We put in our heads that because I am in this situation, it is my job, it is my responsibility, and all these things to do things a specific way, as opposed to I got a whole other person here that I could probably bounce some things off of. Collectively, we could possibly come up with some other alternatives that would help alleviate it. But the problem is this. We're still dealing with old ideologies that we've learned in our past, and we still utilize them today as opposed to updating them. And I always laugh because
leadership of your home doesn't mean that that's a lonely, only I can fix it position. So there are multiple ways. There are multiple ways if you have those uncomfortable conversations, because sometimes in roles we have our own idea of what those roles entail. And if you have that conversation with your mate, 9 times out of 10, they're going to debunk all of the things that you think in your mind you're responsible for, or it's your job or role to do.
That 9 out of 10 times is so not put by the Surgeon General, because when fuck all that 9 out of 10 times and all that stuff. I don't care. Like Kelly J said, what if the woman is the main breadwinner? Guess what? She got the pressure that he can't understand. There is a level of your responsibility changes when these lights staying on is based on my paycheck. If it's the woman or the man, I don't care who it is. We can make this whole happy kumbaya. Oh, we'll come together and make these choices and all this other stuff. If I lose the job, the choices are made. If I lose this job, the choices are made.
No, because you know what? If you have that uncomfortable conversation with your mate, if something like that happens, we have a backup plan. That means that, you know what? I am no longer, my role and my responsibilities in this household are shifting. They're changing. That means that, no, you're no longer, since that happened to you, that means that I'm stepping up as your mate, because we are one. We're a team. That means that I'm going to have to change some things, and I'm going to have to contribute differently. That's what that means. It doesn't mean that you're going to falter and I'm just going to say, well, you got to figure it out because you're the leader of the house. You're the man of the house. You better figure it out. Well, we're going to come together and we're going to figure it out together.
Well, that ideal situation only happens if the person is capable. And there's a lot of situations where that person isn't capable of carrying their own weight, and they're not capable of bringing to the table what needs to happen, because this relationship has been based on woman or male. It doesn't matter. It's been based on I take care of these situations, and you just not built. You haven't been built. There are people like that.
But that goes back to what I said initially when I said that family trauma, generational trauma, childhood trauma, all of those things are stuff that we're not doing a really great job of healing up from. So the fact that you don't have life skills, that's because in your childhood, nobody taught you life skills. You can't get to an adult and now all of a sudden grow these skills. You've never seen what that looks like. I say, hold on, Mike. I say this all the time because we have all of these beautiful, some of us have beautiful children. And, we get to this wonderful place in life where you're able to do all of the, main wonderful things for your children. And then you stop and your kid goes, well, mom or dad, I don't know how to do that because you never let me do it. I'm at a stage in the age where my mom's made us paint the house. She made us do floors. So there's a lot of skill sets and things that I have because in my childhood, she gave me opportunities to learn specific things. We have to get back to basics. We become this crazy generation where we think that if you give your children everything in some real way, that means not only do you love them, but you prepare them for the world. You're not, because of fun people like yourself, Mike, fun people like yourself, Jay Black, Sexy Mo, Shawn, and myself. When they get in the real world and people start talking, have you worked with any millennials? You ever raise your voice to a millennial? They lose their shit. Oh my God, you're screaming at me.
They lose it. Yes.
I can't believe you can't talk to me like that.
Yes.
We spent our whole childhood being screamed at. Like, you know what I'm saying? My mother, my grandmother, my neighbor. And I'm not saying that it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying that there were specific skill sets and things that we learned very, very early on in our youth that has prepared us for how we handle the world now. And we have to get back to the basics.
No, I don't want my child to go through that. They should have it easier. They shouldn't go through the same stuff that I went through.
Well, you don't want your child to have the same struggles as you do, but you do want to have ensure that they have some of the lessons. And I'm not saying that you should want your child to go through the worst of the worst. None of that want that for our children. But we do want them to learn the life lessons that they need to be able to survive. That's the difference.
Now, back to the point. I agree with everything everybody has said. You can have all the skills in the world. If a person has gotten you to a $600,000 lifestyle and I lose my job, you're not painting houses.
So if we got a $600,000 lifestyle, that's what's going on. You're probably giving me some type of allowance. You might not like that word. I know some people don't like that word, but that's what it is. You're probably giving me some kind of allowance. So I should have enough sense to say, let me put some stuff back just in case, because people lose their job. So when you lose your job, I should be able to catch that ball and say, hey, babe, don't worry about it. We straight for about 3 months.
And
and Mike, go ahead.
Do you understand what you just said, Shawnee? Do you understand what you just said?
I understand
exactly. But Mike,
do you understand that you think the allowance I gave you is going to help us keep up a $600,000 life?
It should. If I'm saving it right. Because when I was married, like real talk, when I was married, the girl's dad had his check deposited into my account. So I did everything with the money. He told me, what to give him for the bills, and I handled everything. We never had an issue, but I'm just good at managing money. And that's how it should be. So he would go do all the crazy jobs. He had the 6-figure salary. He made way more than me. Not that I had a bad job, but if he's trusting me like that to say, okay, here, I'm gonna give you the whole check, then I should have enough sense to say, okay, let me do something on the back end. Any person, whoever is the person that doesn't have the most money, should have enough sense to do that, because we grown. Shit happens. It
goes back to my point of being capable.
I agree with you, Mike.
And there are a large percent of people, no fault of their own. If we've been in this relationship, no. If we've been in this relationship,
that's a fault of their own.
No.
Mike.
If we've been in this, no. Let me finish. If we've been in this relationship for 10 years and you've had the job of being a CEO of the house and having the most important job of helping raise these kids, and now I lose the job. Look, your job wasn't even ever to invest the money. I invested the money. I put the money everywhere. Your allowance, the allowance is over when I lose that $600,000 job. So if you think that allowance, if you're capable of being magnificent with the money, and you took that allowance and you didn't spend it on one bag, even though we were living in this big ass house, and you ain't spend it on no jewelry, even though we living in this big ass house, if you ain't spend it on going and living your life when we living in this big ass house, God bless you. But I know that's not the normal case.
I agree with you, Mike.
But what is normal? Go ahead.
Go ahead, second. Go ahead, Mo.
No, I was just going to say, but why can't it be normal to say, okay, this is where we are now, we're going to have to come to the table, have this uncomfortable conversation about downsizing. We're putting a for sale sign on this $600,000 house. We're going to take out whatever. And if you don't want to sell it and you're giving pushback, all right, how much equity we got in this house? What are some of the things that we can do to help us sustain until we can move on to another point? Those are uncomfortable conversations. Again, your mate is going to have to shift the lifestyle that she's used to, he or she, because sometimes the woman is the breadwinner financially. So he or she is going to have to make some uncomfortable decisions with you and sacrifices.
Okay.
So it's not about, it's still not about you holding the bag and having to figure it out by yourself because you are at the head of the household. It takes nothing away from, go ahead.
The whole point of the conversation was the person who has to make the final decision. So for 10 years, when I'm making this money, I'm probably going to make the final decision. That was the whole point of the conversation.
Okay.
And when you're not making the money, you still make the final decision because that's how
it doesn't take it away from
our
you.
Structure is set
yes,
up. But
we got to making the money. You can lie all you want. If she's making the money, J-Lo's making the final decision.
But to that exact
point, we can front all we want.
But that is part of her upbringing. What going back to what Amir is saying, that may be part of what her idea and vision of is in the household, in a relationship.
That is business.
But even beyond business, Mike, if you, for instance, and you know this because you know my brother played in the NBA, so just gonna take his career and his life for a moment, and all. Entertainers. Like I said, y'all are in the entertainment business as well. But when you're in the entertainment business, you mentioned having a $600,000 lifestyle. First off, partial in part, that should have been a conversation when the relationship started. See, we start off on the wrong foot in a lot of ways. And then once we get to a certain point where things are now out of control, like you said, now we talk about, I got to make these decisions. You should have had that conversation in the beginning. Do you know during the tenure of my brother's years in the NBA, how many women I saw who, to your point, we shopping, we over here, we doing this, we doing that. Husband either got killed, died, or something like that, or he stopped making that kind of money and everything went to shit just as quickly as whatever. But that's because you at no point thought to yourself that just shopping, as we see on these various shows, Basketball Wives and some of this other foolishness, that's the problem. You have a skill set, you have other things that you could do. And as opposed to you taking a moment to go, let me hone these skill sets. Let me start a business. Let me do other things that will prepare me for, God forbid, if anything goes left, we're not doing that. Why? Because I'm in the limelight. I'm the mate of such and such. I'm the mate of such and such. So for me, that makes me somebody. Who are you without that person? Who are you when you don't have $600,000? Who are you when you don't have $20? See, part of it, like this is why I said, our inability to heal up from a lot of things that we have been unfortunately privy to and models that we have seen have shaped so many of us and keep us in the spaces that we're in. But until you want to have that real conversation, and I'm not talking about the conversation with your mate yet, I'm talking about the conversation with the person you look at in the mirror every day and make those adjustments, all the rest of it doesn't even make a difference. But that's not what we want to talk about. We want to talk about all the stuff after the fact. And I'm like, when I start listening to your conversation or you start telling me about the things that's going on in your world, and I start really listening to how you handle yourself and things that you do, it's not the other person, it's you. But you never addressed those things. So if you don't do that, then how do you expect to fix it? How?
No, facts. Everybody.
Relationships and roles is difficult. It's difficult because everybody comes with a level of baggage. Everybody comes with their own personal ideology. So it's very difficult. And you do have to have those difficult conversations, or I hate to say difficult, so let me rephrase that. You have to have the uncomfortable conversations because they make us feel uncomfortable. It exposes you. It makes you vulnerable. It makes you somebody able to judge you on how you perceive things. So relationships are hard.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about vaginas that had Fiji water coming out of them.
Relationships, though, are journeys, and they're ongoing journeys. And I say that because nobody's the same. Just like NyceWitIt was saying earlier, you change, you evolve, and the person who you are with has to grow and evolve with you, or it's going to end in either divorce or separation, or end up with two people in the household just looking at each other and rolling their eyes every day.
You know
So,
what? You know what you said, and I always say this, and it goes back to what Amir said in our past. You know, one comment that I always have a problem with is a statement when it says relationships are hard. They're not supposed.
The funniest way.
I use it. I've grown up saying, "Yo," I've heard my parents relationship, and I always think to myself, I don't think relationships should be hard. I think you should have work. I think, I don't think they should be work like that.
But it's work, because if you're working toward, I'm frozen on here. You're working towards a common goal, Mike. So when I say work doesn't have to necessarily be daunting, right?
No, but everybody, not just you, everybody says relationships are hard. They're not supposed to.
No.
We're just used to our parents going through hard shit with each other. They're not supposed to be hard. I see relationships. Now, I'm not saying they don't have they don't have obstacles when it comes to, all right, we gotta work towards getting this, or we gotta get this life insurance, we gotta get car insurance, but hard just being with each other.
Yeah.
No, now that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother topic. That's a whole different thing.
Like, it's just hard being you got to go through stuff. You're not always gonna, and you're not always gonna do, and things are gonna happen. And you're like, I don't think a relationship. I don't think you should be wasting time in a relationship that's hard. I just don't. Like, we go to jobs
not all the time. It's going to be hard. I guess looking at LGL's comments.
Real talk. Yeah, shout out to her. That's B Love. She's going to be on the show with us Friday.
So I guess it's supposed to be difficult at times, just not all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's her.
Oh, dope. That was she did let me make sure I get it right. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, because I watch a whole bunch of stuff. She did the topic on ghosting. Was that the one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she was amazing. She's amazing. We can't wait to have her on the show. But like, people go to jobs that are hard. Like, we use the same adjectives going to work that we do being in a relationship. And I've used it a ton of times. Like,
I think Amir touched on it earlier when he said the power of words, and how, the true definition of them have shifted. And because we've abused the word or kind of used it casually, like I just did, it makes it, perceivably like a bad thing. And so that's why I'm saying relationships don't have to be hard in that way. But I do believe that, along the journey, like she just said, you're going to have uncomfortable situations. You're going to have, pebbles in your foot, in your shoe, so to speak. There's going to be some difficult times that you're going to have to come together and figure it out. And I think that that's where a lot of the difficulty lies, because y'all are two different people. And if you, like what Mira was saying earlier, if you haven't come together already and had some of those conversations beforehand, or before you get married, or even to that point, you can be in trouble.
And here's a no segue, y'all. There's a no segue zone. I'm just caught up on terms that I hate. Another term that I hate: sticks and stones can break your bones, but words will never hurt me. That is the biggest fucking lie in the world. That is the biggest lie in the world. Words are the most vicious, like Amir said, powerful thing. Words have started wars. Like verbal abuse is so crazy. Like, I love my dad, and my dad loves me. The shit he said to me when I was a kid was so unhealthy. Like, was so staining in my brain, because you say things to people. Those are the most powerful things you can say. I literally can fuck up a person's self-esteem for years based on the words that you tell somebody. So I hate that. Sticks and stones. Like, I understand now. Like, when one of my kids say somebody was talking slick to him in school, I take that as you punch my kid in the face.
It's not so you go on the emotional side of hearing words that can shape you and mold you, but that quote was meant for you're not supposed to put your hands on nobody if they say something slick.
That's not what it was. It was supposed to.
Ding, ding. Here we go. In this corner.
That's not what it was.
Go, Mike.
Sticks and stones can break my bones, but word, that means I'm supposed to not let words affect me ever.
Correct. You're not.
And that's bullshit, because
as a kid, that's what you're telling them. Don't let somebody say get you out your box, get you out your square and ready to.
But then you just said yesterday when we watched the girl at Walgreens You just said as she ripped up Walgreens, you said the words disrespected her and she was justified in lashing out. Where are we going with this, Jay?
But here we go with taking words and interpreting them to our own experiences.
Words aren't supposed to allow you to
but
take
they do.
Words, or you go
what
physical.
What they're supposed to do and what they do, or else we wouldn't be so pissed off at Donald Trump. Words weren't supposed to hurt us. All he said was they were good people on both sides. They ain't supposed to hurt us. The words are the most powerful thing you got.
He also said you should grab women by the pussy, but I mean.
All right, y'all. I'm tired.
Words out of
context. Out of context don't work either, Mike. Absolutely. Words out of context don't, but hey, but once again, words are super powerful. Out of context, in context, taken the wrong way. They are amazing. Politicians run entire countries off of what their words say. People get manipulated.
Look, relationships. Thank you, Mike. All like everything, you know what I mean? And that's why, you know, I really always think to myself about that part of the equation. Like I said, to me, life, you know, this journey called life has so many equations and has so many, you know, things that factor into how we, you know, totally come up with the ideologies that we come up with. But I think what tends to happen is most of the time we don't always look at the entire picture. We look at, again, what is connected to us immediately, and then we attack that because, again, it's a trigger for us. It's not something that we're used to dealing with, or like I said, we haven't really addressed it in the manner in which we could and should. And we usually are trying our best to keep it hidden because we know how much of a trigger it is for us, again, until it surfaces. And then you go from, wow, they such a nice, mild-mannered person to all of a sudden they crazy. No, they're not crazy. That was something that they never really addressed. They buried it because burying it for most of us, and especially in our community, you guys touched on this, I think, earlier in the week when y'all was saying how, you know, we don't go to therapy and this and that and the third. And we don't, you know, everybody till this day, we still like, I don't know about that. Not sure if I want to go to therapy, tell some total stranger my business. And it's like, look, we do that. Even, you know how many memes I see even with that? Don't be telling people your business. First of all, if, you know, to some of the other points that you guys make on your show from time to time, if transparency is transparency, what difference does it make? People are going to judge you no matter what, whether you tell them stuff or whether you don't tell them stuff. They're going to judge you. So all of this trying to, you know, keep certain things hidden and for what? Look, if you feel that way about me, God bless you. There's nothing I can do about that.
So just don't say your mom to Mike, because Mike is going to fight you because you said your mom. So Mike is going to be ready to fight because your words was mightier than the sword and the sticks and stones. Get out of here with that. You should be able to, you ain't getting.
How'd you manipulate people in your life? Did you choke out chicks or did you manipulate them with your words?
Manipulate them.
No, what did you do?
How did you manipulate them, Jay?
How did we manipulate? How did we manipulate women to do?
Did you grab her by the face and say, "You gonna listen to me"?
No. I want to know. I want to know. Every guy in our 40s, no. How did we manipulate women?
Williams Chicken.
Williams Chicken, what up?
Williams Chicken, what's up?
Yeah.
The most powerful thing are the words that we use to manipulate people to do what we want them to do. It wasn't physical. I'm 5'7". I never physically intimidated anybody. I manipulated the hell out of them with my words. I got them to believe what they wanted to believe. I got them to believe what I wanted them to believe. In turn, I made them believe what they wanted to believe because I knew what they wanted to believe. They wanted to believe we're exclusive. I knew you wanted to believe that. So my words got you to believe it, even though I knew I was a lying fuck when I was doing it.
Well, the success of a massive manipulator is to find out what their victim, you know, what tools to use to manipulate their victim. And I say victim because anytime you use manipulation to control somebody or to get what you want, that's victimization.
Every time we called the chick a hoe, we manipulated them. We made them believe from the time they were in high school that if they did the same thing we did, they were hoes. And we got them manipulated in the game that, you need to be loyal because if you go out there and start being with other guys, even though I'm being with other women, you're going to be a hoe. All right, my last statement and then we're done. Black and Hispanic people, stop saying you transparent when you the same people who sat there and said nothing, everything that happens in this house stays in this house.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike.
That's a classic, Mike. That's a classic. That's a
Well,
classic.
go on here, stay here. You don't tell nobody our business.
Yeah. Oh, you got the nerve to tell somebody how you got that mark on your arm? That stays in the house.
That's classic.
And now 2022, everybody's like, we're gonna be transparent. Shut your fucking ass up today. All right, y'all. All right, Amir. I'm gonna see you. Hopefully, I'll see you later on Box Seats.
Yes, sir.
And pleasure
Morning
always
team.
having you.
Do women ever get on box seats? Like, do y'all ever have women on? Because I hear about all of this.
You have to know sports. When I watch
Jay
that show, sports.
Black.
Ain't nobody talking to you, Jay. Are you on Box Seats, Jay? Are you on the show? Are you on the show? Are you?
We have had.
No, I watch, and I know that you got to know
Okay,
sports.
so we talking to the people that's actually on the show.
Thank you, Shawnee.
I'm not. It's too late.
Thank you, Shawnee.
To clear the air, Amir knows we have had women on Box Seats.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I just, inquiring minds wanted to know because I hear all this fun you guys have on Box Seats, and talking about sports, and just curious.
You gotta watch it.
And some of them knew about sports, and some of them were like, I don't.
But
give
I've
a damn
never
about
seen.
sports.
I've never seen a woman like in the square, so I was just wondering if I missed. I missed that.
You ain't never been in my apartment. They be in this square all the goddamn time. I'm playing. All right, y'all. We're done. We're finished. We still didn't get you. Do you have a story in allegedly? Because we do have a few minutes. I'm being lazy.
I do. Paul Wall came out and he was talking about how the reason why he didn't grow up with his dad, and I found it quite interesting.
Well, we don't know if these stories are true. They're all alleged. They can be lies. They can be whatever, but we will retract them the minute we find out they're not true. So, Sexy Mo with allegedly. Let's go, Mo. Let's get this one Paul Wall story because I think this is interesting.
Quick second.
Yeah.
I got to dip out because I actually have to do some work now. So
yeah, he's at work.
Thanks
for popping in. Thanks for popping in.
Well, I just want to say thank you guys for representing me on here.
He got a night job.
Really
he got a glass door. Y'all didn't see him stand up and open the door and tell his employees, "Be quiet. I'm on a conference call."
So I just want to say I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a wonderful day. Blessings to you all. All right.
All right, Amir.
Yes, you too. You too.
All right, this is interesting. So Paul Wall is sitting down on a podcast with Quincy.
Yes, QDZ.
QDZ. Yes. So go ahead.
And so, he said that, he didn't, know his father like that. He didn't grow up with his father. He said he found out that he was a child molester, but not until he was older. He said his father left his mom when he was like 5 or 6 years old, and he never really found out what happened. So I guess, in a conversation with his mother, he said, I never knew what happened. What happened? Like, where did he go? Whatever happened to him? And he said that, I found out a lot of horrible things about my biological father. He was a serial child molester. Which again, when you're growing up without your father and you don't have these, that's the last thing I think that he would have thought that would have come out about his father. He said his dad ended up kidnapping a girl. They started a relationship when she was 13 years old. And that allegedly when she was 14 or 15, he married her and they went to Canada. And Paul Wall said that's the last time he ever saw him.
Now, when you say serial, I'm picturing him molesting little kids.
Multiple underage. Yes.
Oh, so he was dating underage.
No, he was doing everything to underage girls.
Oh, wow. Allegedly.
Well, that's from Paul Wall.
Yeah.
Go to the video. Paul Wall said it on the podcast with Q and F over there. So that was a disturbing story. Like God, talking about transparency.
Right.
And I applaud him for sharing his truth. I don't know.
He also shared, and he said that when he was younger, that his mother had him and his sibling paranoid, thinking that they were always going to be kidnapped or something like that. So, I found out that's traumatic. That's traumatic growing up in something like that and not knowing and then really finding out like, okay, this is why this happened, or this is why my mom was acting a certain way. This is why we were always anxious and paranoid, as kids, because this was going on behind the scenes.
So I assume Paul Wall is not his dad not in his life now.
No, he said the last time that he saw him was when he left, when he married the young girl and moved to Canada.
That's a crazy story. Because what if your father reaches out to you, finds your number, and calls you?
But it's still your dad.
That's a tough conversation.
That's a tough conversation. You know, Jay Black, you have children, you have daughters. You know, that how would you feel? This is somebody who hasn't been in your life all your life. You find out these things about him. Would you be open to receiving them and welcoming them into your family to be around your children? I'm pretty sure all those things will go through a person's mind, right?
But you only get one dad. You only get one mom, as they say. So I guess you got to be open to that dialogue to hear what he has to say, and you know, in his defense. And I don't know if you could just completely shut somebody completely out when they have that many allegations, true, false, and I don't know. But it's still your pops.
If I found out
your dad had relationships with under 12-year-olds,
those are kids.
Those
are kids. When people say underage, those are kids.
12. Jeez. That's Carly and Tamron.
Godly.
Damn, yeah, when you put a face to it.
Yeah, that's Carly and Tamron.
Man,
they ain't got no sense. What you mean a relationship?
That's taking Carly and taking her to Canada, marrying her, kidnapping her, and marrying her. How about this? My answer: I don't wish that on anybody. That's why I don't wish anybody to be in a predicament like that. And I know there are probably millions of people who are in that situation where their parent
did something
to a kid, or their son did something to a kid. I don't know what you do, y'all.
Yeah, it's different. Kids are different. That's like all the crimes in the world. It's something about kids. It's just
because for some reason, let's say your father killed an innocent man on purpose. Why is it's easier for us to keep the relationship with your father then, even though he killed an innocent man on purpose? Like, to me, that should be almost the same type of dilemma. Like, you know, George Carlin has this bit that's so legendary, but I'm not going to repeat it because everybody's going to get upset over it. But I admit it made a point. George Carlin had a bit is, when is it that when a person dies at a certain age, that life became more important than the person who died at an older age?
Yeah,
he said, when did that shit happen? That all of a sudden you're more valued when you're brand new. But you know, I get it. I got kids. I don't know what I would do, and I don't even want to put that in that.
I think that people, because how society looks at aging and death, I think that probably has something to do with it, because the expectation is when you get older, you're going to pass away. And they feel like if you pass away at a young age, that, you know, you haven't lived, you haven't, your life was stolen from you.
But I always say this, and don't take this the wrong way, because once again, I would not know what to do in my life without my kids. Not to me, not my kids, absolutely not. I owe him nothing. God is my father. Well, he loves it. Can't wait to have you on the show, girl. Yes. I'm sure you and Jay Black have a great time. It's gonna be a fun show. But I even forgot what I was about to say. I totally forgot. Whatever. Probably wasn't something I should have said. What was it I was about to say?
I am so not in your mind. I can't help you out.
I'm about to figure that out. All right, so tomorrow, who we got on the show? Because we never tease the show the next
Tomorrow's
day.
Wednesday, so it's Wellness Wednesday.
Yes.
Is the Herpes Goddess?
Herpes Goddess, yep.
Herpes Goddess is in the lineup.
And Sequisa,
our nurse practitioner.
And we have B Love on Thursday?
Friday.
So we got on Friday.
She has a show that she's going to promote. She's got a show coming out in February.
Nice.
Great. And B Love, when you come on, if it's possible, can you be on your laptop so we can also have you on Instagram Live? So we can also have you on live and do that both ways.
Mo, did you have anything on that Cardi B? I saw she won $1 million. Did you have anything on that story?
Oh yeah, the libel lawsuit, which that's why we always say allegedly on the show. Don't come for me and my coins. But she's just one of the many artists who have fought back against tabloids and things that people are saying. Now it is crossing over into YouTube and these influencers who come out and say different things about these artists. They're not playing around. And so, you know, she won a libel case against a YouTuber and $1 million. I don't know if she's going to actually get it,
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if Tasha K got $1 million, but
she
what,
has a
what
lot of
can
followers.
happen?
Yeah,
but what can happen is she can get an established lien up against Tasha K for the rest of her life until that $1 million is paid for. So, which means any job, any large sum of money, they can get the judge to levy her bank accounts. So, anytime that there's anything under her social security number or name financially, Cardi can has the right to go after it.
So she claimed that Cardi had was a prostitute, took drugs, and contracted STDs amongst other things.
And if you remember, Cardi took to social media and she showed her STD panel. Like, I ain't got nothing. You know, this
can't
person
say
is
somebody
lying.
took drugs, Mike, and got STDs.
She said it. She said she did that and robbed people in her songs.
But
what she said, she can't go by somebody's music.
Yeah.
And
She
always
said
go with the music.
She didn't say she had. She did not say that she was burning.
Let me tell you.
Say she had STDs,
this YouTuber had the worst fucking lawyer in the history of the world. Because if the National Enquirer back in the day, remember the National Enquirer or Shade Room or Baller Alert report something, their lawyers would have killed this in court.
But see, the issue is the charges were for libel, right? So you have to prove you have to prove or refute that. So yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
It's other stuff that she said too.
Cardi said
a lot.
Cardi said no. She admitted she lied about some stuff, so that's why she lost. Cardi B said on stand, she said she was so upset she didn't have sex with her husband.
Emotional trauma.
When he was cheating on you, you were still having sex with him?
Emotional trauma.
Apparently.
Go ahead.
They gotta go to therapy.
They had a baby.
Gotta go to therapy.
You know what? I'm about to file a lawsuit for what's on her songs and how they're affecting my kids against Cardi B.
Hey, I'm pretty sure that
I am.
Somebody out there will take the suit. Some attorney will take that lawsuit.
No, there's no parental guidance on YouTube. There's no parental guidance on TikTok. They just started a TikTok for little kids.
Ain't it an age requirement for certain things? I'm sure it is that you got to agree to when you click on it.
Not to watch it.
And there's so many ways around some of these little censors and things that they have on social media. That is it even worth it?
Yeah, God bless. I like Cardi B. I just think hey, she must have said something that rubbed Cardi B the wrong way for real.
It wasn't just one time though. It wasn't just one time. So yes.
But you're famous for being a stripper at one of the craziest strip clubs in the Bronx.
That'll make you a prostitute and
doesn't mean that she's a prostitute.
I've been to that strip club.
Yeah,
but the same YouTuber did the whole thing on Nene and cheating on Greg while he was dying of cancer. She interviewed the boyfriend that was messing with Nene while Greg was dying.
Yeah, she was right. Allegedly. even though the man that she was cheating on, we do know that she's with the man that she was cheating on Greg with, and he's married.
Well, it's two of them. No, it's
the
not
young
the
boy.
same. Yeah,
the young boy was messing with her, and then she started messing with the married man, and the young boy. And this is on the podcast, on her podcast.
Says allegedly.
The young boy said he was at the funeral. He helped.
No, he said he didn't go.
Yes, the young boy said that on the podcast.
No,
he was at the repast. He was at the repast. He helped set up the repast at the club.
Messy.
Mike's knowledge.
Messy.
Set up the repast. Right,
allegedly.
That's what friends are for, I guess.
Yeah, that's what friends are for. When he's dying, I'm trying to set up everything at the repast.
I wonder if he ate some chicken.
That's what friends are for. Oh, smashing your wife when you struggling for your life.
Oh my God.
That's what friends are for.
Put the battery in
Put the battery in his bag.
Let me tell you what society. Let me tell you, this is the last statement. Society likes acting like doing ain't shit stuff, but hate when the ain't shit stuff gets exposed.
Oof. Say that again.
Society loves doing ain't shit stuff, but hates when the ain't shit stuff gets exposed.
Oof.
And I speak from motherfucking experience. is fun until your shit comes out in the laundry. But
that's
when
why
you
you keep your stuff in the house. Nobody should know what goes on outside these four walls.
Jay Black got the only key to the skeleton closet.
Only one.
Keep some bones in there.
So he said something crazy on his show.
Until he says he likes Shawnee's hair, and then all of a sudden he gets cold.
Well, y'all know Jay Black don't like dark girls.
Yeah,
it all come out now. It all come out now.
Yeah, he don't like dark skinned women. It'd be better.
No,
we
got a rule on the show. I don't know how this rule came up. We cannot compliment Shawnee Scott at any time.
Don't do it.
But we can because we like chocolate people. Now Jay Black,
Mike, you compliment me all the time. Ain't no problem.
And then everybody said, "Oh, Mike," they was comment.
Oh yeah, y'all had a secret relationship. Mike,
well, that deacon and deaconess picture that y'all took in all white is what set it off. I'm just saying.
Should have never done that.
Set it off.
That set it all off. I said, "Damn, shit." All right, y'all. This has been great. Everybody be safe. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. And understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed it will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything, parking spots and all types of nonsense. Fight for your happiness and never let somebody take that from you. It's Michael, Shawn, Jay Black, Sexy Mo, Shawnee Scott. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Yeah.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.